Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for, this is a special edition. You lot got a crossover of a couple of podcasts because of all the news that has indeed broke today. So it is the Arsenal Tottenham Hotspur podcast, people. So Mandem United talking at Tottenham Talk podcast, but we've also got a special guest joining us as well on this show, people. So it's a crossover, but with a special guest from another one of the shows. So it's kind of like two crossovers / three crossovers, people. But big up to everyone supporting. As always, make sure, whether you're watching this live right now, watching this back, you hit the like button on the video. You can see from the title, Noni Madueke, £50 million bid from Arsenal. He's already agreed personal terms with Arsenal. So now Arsenal are in direct contact with Chelsea to try and get a deal done regarding the transfer fee. And staying in London as well. Mohammed Kudus to Spurs. Here we go. Because all the talk was he was not waiting. He wanted Spurs. He wasn't waiting on Chelsea. And we got a here we go earlier on today. So Mohammed Kudus, who was linked to Chelsea, was linked to Arsenal, was also linked to Manchester United as well. But obviously Chelsea were the only ones that shown extended interest in him, so we got that here we go. So we'll be discussing both of those things. Of course, we got the Club World Cup with Chelsea in the final as well. So you know what, just keep your questions surrounding basically the big six. So whether you got a question about United, whether it's Arsenal, Chelsea, City, etc. So let me bring the Arsenal lot into the building. TJ is here, Don C is here. What you man saying, man? You man good?
Oh, I'm fantastic, Flawless. I'm just so glad to be here to talk more about Noni Madueke. It's exactly what I want to be doing on a Wednesday evening. I'm sure me and Don C, we could be hanging out with our wives. We could be hanging out with our families, but no, we're here with you and your criminal activity. I can't wait for you to get kicked off X again, just for being a criminal, just for not for copyright, but just for being a criminal. Go and subscribe or follow Flawless at Yes It's Flawless on X, and that will change in a week after he gets kicked off for being a fraud. But yeah, Noni Madueke. So close to it. Here we go, and we got Mohammed Kudus, who I wanted, going to Tottenham Hotspur. I mean, we're gonna get into it, but other than that, I'm good. Flawless. Big up Don C. Big up the criminal in the back as well. I can't wait to see him.
Don C, what are you telling me, man? You good, family?
Yeah. Do you know what? Big up the chat. TJ, my brother. Big up. I've still got to show respect to this pussy they call Flawless.
This is crazy.
Yeah. Let's just.
Why am I getting dunked on? I didn't make the deal for Madueke. I didn't agree personal terms. I didn't offer him no personal terms. I didn't offer Chelsea a bid. This is Berta and Arteta and the Arsenal hierarchy. Why am I to blame?
Do you know what? Yeah, that smile on your face.
I'm happy to be here with two of my guys. Yeah. Is that so crazy? I can't be happy to be here with two of my guys live streaming. Huh? Why is that so wild? I'll be happy to see you.
Can't stand this guy, man. I can't believe this.
As well, yeah, but that's smiling your face.
Don C, I'm 2 years of this. I'm never gonna get back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's over.
Two of my favorite people to stream with, and they treat me like this. And be your own people, you really do. Be your own people. Be your own people.
Bro, did you know what? Yeah, do you know what? Right, I'm just going to just keep my mouth shut today. Yeah, because Yeah. Do you know what? Yeah, let's get this shit started.
Let's do it.
Before we do, people, I say it's the crossover show. A couple of the Spurs representatives should be here. De Niro, Jez, either one or both of them. Shout out to them both. But we got a special guest as well, man. Crashing the crossover, man. Like you get the gaslighter extraordinaire, man. Your favorite Canadian's favorite Canadian, man. Like Vader is in the building. What are we saying, Vader? You good? You there? Yo, Vader. Where's this guy at?
He's just trying. This is what he does. He just makes an entrance whenever he feels like.
Where is he
I deal with this every Monday, bro. It's absolutely insane. Absolutely insane.
Whilst we wait for Vader to get here, big up to everyone in the chat. Make sure you run up the likes on the video, whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back, hit the like button on the video. Make sure you share this out across all the socials as well. And make sure you subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV, subscribe to TJ Warren TV, subscribe to Veta Games TV. Both links are underneath in the description, both on the featured channel page as well. No, share this out across the socials yet, but I will. But make sure you're following everyone across all the socials. And yes, it's Flawless Twitter and Instagram, retweet a like, same at Sarcasm City TV. But TJ, well, you mentioned it about, you know, how thrilled you are to be here to talk about it. So Noni Madueke, 50 million pound bid from your football club.
Talk about it.
Oh, he's here. Great.
Talk about it. Let's go, TJ. Let's go. I need to hear about this. Don C, we got it. Woo! Let me get on camera. Hold on.
See, I told you.
All right, we got the fraud and the criminal.
Yeah, you got.
Let's go.
So ridiculous.
Let's
bro.
go, Veta, man.
Let's
brother.
go.
Let's go,
Come
Veta.
on. Yo,
Let's
thanks for
go,
having me
my
on, by the
brother.
way. Bless to each and every one of you. Everybody, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel. We're about to hear some important Arsenal information from two representatives that I respect highly.
I can't stand this
I've
guy.
been waiting
Same,
for a
I
minute.
agree.
Been waiting. Flawless has been, working behind the scenes, getting this link up for me to be able to talk with Don C. Obviously,
Facts.
we've been in the chat often. I talk to TJ often, right? I would never disrespect him and say, you know what, I'm tired of talking with TJ. I do enjoy his takes. I do enjoy his, dare I say, fence sitting. But this man is about to talk about. Let's go. Talk about it. Madueke, let's go. Let's hear it. Let me hear about it.
Hey, flow's yours, TJ.
Hey, bargain bin hunting at Chelsea again. We are the Chelsea retirement home, everybody. Chelsea retirement home, Arsenal Football Club. Noni Madueke is not what we needed. He is not a priority for us. He plays on the right. And what is he going to do? Be a backup to Saka? We already have one of those. Honestly, we have two of them. People tend to forget about Reece Nelson, though. I am underwhelmed, and it's an overpay, in my opinion. 50 M's for what is going to be a backup. And I don't watch a bunch of Chelsea games, but every Chelsea fan, aside from Marshall and that absolute fraud Ahmed, doesn't like Madueke. They are happy to see Madueke go. Okay. And if every time Chelsea fans are thrilled to see a player go, we have a couple of examples. Kai Havertz being the latest example, Raheem Sterling being a lone example. When these Chelsea fans are ready to offload their excess, we pay top dollar for it. And it's just so insane to me that we aren't going out and spending the extra 20 M's to go and get a Rodrigo. Like what's wrong with, and Rodrigo plays on the left. Like that is his position.
Facts.
Noni Madueke does not play on the left very often. He is a right winger. You go on his transfer market. He is a right winger. And you know how they have, like, the more games you play, the bigger the circle is. The circle is this big for the right wing, this big for the left. This guy is not a left winger. We need a left winger. Rodrigo is there. It is a color by numbers. It is not very hard. And I've heard that from several Chelsea fans that they don't think he's going to fit into Arteta's system. They think that he's going to be where he flows is from his creativity. Arteta does not allow for a lot of creativity outside of his system. Not a lot of risk taking. He's a lot like Pep in that way, because Pep, you see it over at Man City. What? Pep is ruining ballers that are creative. Shout out Jack Grealish, and throwing them into a system and ruining them as footballers.
Shots fired. I'm gonna have to respond to that.
I don't care. I've told you this before.
We'll give you ample time to get this one.
I've told you this before. This take is not a new one, and I am not the only one saying it. Because that being said, I would take Jack Grealish on the left at Arsenal, but I'm not going to take him for 100 mil. Either way, yeah, man. I'm completely underwhelmed. I'm glad we got the Gyökeres signing over the line. Like, that's looking to be a here we go any minute now. But this Madueke signing, man, is just, it doesn't address what we need. I mean, theoretically, we we have a better player, or at least a as capable player in Martinelli. Like, what was the point? What was the point? And we also have Ethan Winieri ready to play right wing if need be. I think that's the most disappointing thing to me, is that I see Madueke come in. That tells me that Winieri is not seeing any sort of time this season. And I know you want to hear about Madueke, but like, the one thing that really makes me frustrated about this club is that you have a certified baller that can play in the 10 and play on the right. He's never going to play in the 10 because Odegaard is there. And even when he isn't there, he's going to hamstring Trossard or Havertz in there.
Let's just stop you quickly there, TJ, because you just mentioned there about someone who's capable of playing on the right and playing central as well. Well, his club just signed one in Mohammed Kudus. Welcome, Jez, to the stream. What are you saying, Jez?
Oh,
you
God.
good, fam?
No, I'm taking the piss, man. What you said? Well,
What you say? Well, get your thoughts on the Kudus deal, but I hope you're blessed and everything. I just had to
Big up, Jez.
Big up,
Jez. Big up, guys, man. Honestly, this I feel like I'm in the multiverse, man. Shit.
Yeah.
There you go, man. That's serious. That's CCU, man. You already know. Go on, DJ. Carry on.
No, I'm just saying, big up, Jez.
Minutes.
Yeah, no, big up, Jez. I mean, Jez is the funniest person on YouTube. Like genuinely funny. So big up, Jez. It's unfortunate that he's a Spurs fan, but nobody's perfect. All right, look.
Look, what did they say, man? Not everybody's perfect, man. Like they say.
Yeah, exactly. Like, there was okay, just diverging. There was after Spurs was it after you guys bombed out of the Carabao Cup where you went live on X and played Usher for like 45 minutes straight and just didn't say anything?
Yeah, it was after the Liverpool second.
I was literally sitting there crying, laughing, because this guy just goes live, doesn't say anything, and it's just like, you got it bad and let it burn. I'm crying. Anyway,
it was an emotional period of the season, man.
It was so funny. Anyway, all right, but no, and I want to hear what Don C has to say about it, because I'm running agendas this season. By the way, I'm being shameless about these agendas as well.
Okay.
I have I always buy the Arsenal home kit, and I have Winieri's name on the back of the one that I just bought, and he's not going to see any minutes now because we just spent 50 million on Noni Madueke, who half of my fan base doesn't even rate, and the other half are gaslighting themselves into thinking that he's a baller. He's not. He's a glorified backup to Saka. That's what he's going to be. Like, and then where does Ethan Winieri fit in? He fits in nowhere, because we're bringing in a striker. You have another 10 in Havertz that's going to need to get some time at some point, and I'm sure he's going to slot in behind the striker somewhere. And then you have Odegaard, who he refuses to bench for any reason. So the only time you're going to see Ethan Winieri is in the early rounds of the Carabao Cup, early rounds of the FA Cup. And it's frustrating because he is a certified baller. And there were rumors there for a minute over the weekend when we were first linked to Noni Madueke that Winieri was going to go in the other direction.
That's what the talk said.
How are we letting this happen? Like, this is not hard to figure out. The kid is a baller. Madueke is mediocre, not inspiring whatsoever. I'm just fuming about it, man. And look, it just throws more questions going into the season around who is our actual starting 11 going to be? Who is going to get time?
Because we talked Odegaard, Martinelli, Gyökeres. I think that'll be a front four.
Yeah, that'll be our front floor. But then you're talking about the midfield. Where are they gonna put Havertz in? Flawless.
I think we was having this discussion. I think it'll be Havertz and Rice. I think Zubamendi misses out. I'm not gonna lie,
dude. If we sign Zubamendi to have him sit on the bench, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it.
I just don't see Havertz on the bench. I could be.
I don't either. I don't either. And what you just said, that midfield you just said, scares me.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not good. It's not good. You have no holding midfielder there other than Rice, and he's playing him on the left and then in a box-to-box role. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, no, underwhelming. I want to hear what Don C has to say about it, though, because look, man, it's same shit, different day. Underwhelming. Yeah. Like we had one good day with Gyökeres getting close to the here we go, and now we have to come back here, watch Vader laugh at me talking about and getting angry about Noni Madueke again because we're linked to him. It's just insane, man. Arsenal cannot take a day off from pissing me off. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yes, and yeah, before Dunsey goes, this is the actual reports, the update on Madueke. So it says Arsenal made contact with Chelsea over move for Noni Madueke. Club now is in talks after 23-year-old Chelsea Wenger agreed personal terms on proposed 5-year contract. No deal yet, but England international prioritizing Arsenal above any other interested sides. Also on top of that as well, is there anything more? Now I think that's legit. That is it in regards to it. So yeah, the deal's he's prioritizing it. And to Mohammed, I ain't trolling. Like, I genuinely believe he's going to play. I don't see him dropping Kai Havertz. Again, I could be wrong. I could see that happening, where Zubimendi's on the bench. But don't see, man. Floor's yours. Thoughts on Noni Madueke potentially joining Arsenal as it edges closer?
Noni. Let's go, Noni. Let's do this, Noni. Why the fuck are we buying this player? I don't get it.
Brutality.
Mate, no one asked you.
Vader on a soundboard is not good.
Yeah, like Vader, yeah. If you want him, you take him.
With the Infinity Stones.
You seen this Noni Madueke kid, right? I got nothing personal against him, but the Chelsea fans don't like him, right? I don't see why we keep on doing this to ourselves constantly, time after time after time. No one can actually tell me a game where he actually stood out. Cool, he scored 3 goals against one team. Fair enough. Yeah. In 40 matches. Yeah. Is that what people are going to tell me? Is that what people are going to tell me? I swear Declan Rice has probably got the same amount of goals than he did in the whole season. Declan Rice is a fucking number 8. My man's supposed to be a winger. He played what? 43 games last season and only got 7 goals. Come on, man. And he's come to Arsenal to play where? You know what I'm saying? Fucking Martinelli's better than him. And I don't rate Martinelli. Trossard is better than him. I don't rate Trossard. Why the fuck are we doing this to ourselves? Can't we just fucking put a stamp on his head and send him back to sender? Right? I wouldn't even pay 5 rupees for him. And I don't know how much 5 rupees are in fucking English money. This dude is shit. He is fucking shit. And we have put 55 mil for this dude. I don't know why. I don't know who signed up for this. It's like Ted Bowley and fucking the Conkeys are sleeping together because, boy, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like, we keep on getting their dead food. Flawless, I'm really sorry. You might need to put up this fucking the banner for me. You know what I'm saying?
Not you. No problem.
Because honestly, I don't know where I'm going to go. Every single time, you have a little bit of faith in Arsenal. Because over the weekend, when I first heard this, I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, man. Now, first of all, the Zubimendi. I was like, yeah, that's decent. I like it. Right? But I really wasn't happy for the fact that we needed a striker. Yeah. And it's like they've been playing hardball with the whole Sesko and the Gyökeres thing to even now I've been hearing that we might even lose that on Sesko because Sesko are high ball. I mean Gyökeres is high balling us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But we'll get to that. With this Noni thing, right? Where will we play him? Will we play him on the left? Because he's shit there. Will we play on the right? Because he's shit there. We can't play him as a number 10 because he's shit there.
Surely
as a backup to what? As a backup to what, bruv? Just remember, Destiny's Child got rid of Latoya for a reason because they don't want to do that kind of backup shit.
Yeah. Hey, Latoya was decent though. She had a good start.
Yeah. She had a good start in it, and I'm sure Madueke, when there's a child, he had a good start in it. Yeah, but sometimes
the thing is though, man, if they would have kept her, Beyonce was the star. They could have put any 2B alongside it.
Yeah, but then the thing is
like the goal from the Pussycat Dolls. You feel me? Like,
yeah, but guess what? Every person, no matter if it's in a group or a team, they need to play their part. Yeah. In Chelsea, he didn't play his part. He was rubbish.
That is true. He was. Well, you said where does he fit? I'm saying I reckon it's because he can play. That's what they said. I'm just saying what has been said because he's versatile because he can play from the right and play from the left.
Flawless. Before you continue, flawless. Before you continue, respect Kelly and Michelle. Respect them.
Yeah. Kelly and Michelle are super talented. The point I'm making is with Beyonce, they could have put any 2 people alongside her. And that group would have gone because she's a star like that is the point I'm making. Of course, Kelly and Michelle are super talented. I'm just saying, like certain rappers are that talented. Like we've seen it, like when the 90s, like no one don't really care for the groups. You put any group alongside people alongside Eminem when he came out, they going clear because Eminem's there type shit. You get the point I'm making?
Yeah, I get the point you're making. I get.
Yeah. But sorry,
Yeah,
go on.
yeah, I get the point. But then, you see, Noni, I don't care if he can play 3 positions. I don't care if he can play 5 positions. He is shit. And the thing is, he's not an Arsenal player, because I understand that if it was like 4 seasons ago, you know, you need to get bodies in. I get that. But for 55 mil, when we literally fucking finished second, third, we're supposed to be going for game changers. We're supposed to be getting players to challenge our first team players, right? To be like, do you know what? Yeah, you lot now, time is up for you, man. So if you man ain't scoring, guess what? I'm taking your place. It's just like last season when Trossard was on a 3-game scoring streak. Guess whose play he took? He took Martinelli's, and that's what I want to see. Even though he did nothing afterwards, but that's not the point. You know what I'm saying? When someone is hot, you got to play them. I can't see this dude being hot, bruv. Yeah, he probably scored about 20 goals in fucking 3 seasons for Chelsea in all competitions.
He got 7. He got 7 goals.
Yeah, go on.
He got 7 goals. Sorry, he got 7 goals in the Prem. 3 of them were in the second game in the 6-2 beatdown against a then 19th place Wolverhampton Wanderers. So then the rest of the goals were against Forest, Southampton in a 5-1 win, Wolves again, and Man City in a losing effort. He's silent other than that.
He's positive Arsenal fans. At least he scored against Man City. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And like there's nothing footballing wise attractive about this dude. He is, I think, what we do not need. Just because, in my opinion alone, right? If we're going to get a player for Arsenal at this point, we need game changers. We don't need bodies. You know what I'm saying? If we needed a body, we've got Wanyeri on the bench, like TJ said, yeah. And that is TJ's guy, because TJ's been bigging him up from day one, yeah. Even I went against TJ and I had to apologize. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we've got Ethan, which can play 3 positions on the fucking field. Yeah, it's funny because I deal with a lot of risk assessments at work. Yeah, and just from a company standard point, yeah, Wanyeri is a lot lesser risk than Madueke, because at least we know what we're going to get with him. With this Madueke dude, yeah, he for one, he's at his club, he's not respected by any of the players. From his fans, he's not respected by them, because where do you see an outrage? These mans are clapping, they're saying thank you. I swear down, yeah, they'll do a GoFundMe just to get him out of their fucking club, so also can pay the extra 5 mil. Yeah. And where the idiots are taking. Haven't we learned our lesson with fucking Sterling last season? I said last week on this fucking platform, yeah, Sterling was dog shit. Why do I want his fucking drug dealer little brother coming to my club for? What I'm saying, I have. Sorry, mate. This is the Don experience. I
gotta use some Perel, man. I gotta sanitize.
Bro, I haven't got time for part players or players to give me 5 to 7 goals. Yeah, like for me, I've wanted Arteta out. Yeah, so if we're going to suit my agenda alone, yeah, this is a fucking amazing signing, because hopefully this signing will be the end of Arteta. Yeah, Faith, you can look at me like this, yeah, but guess what? Yeah, 7 years, right? Over 800 million spent, yeah, and the best thing he can do is an FA Cup with someone else's team.
6 years, fam.
Sorry, 6 years. Yeah, 6 years. Over 700. So that's like one. It's like 120 mil every single year, and the best thing that he can do is an FA Cup with someone else's team. Is that what you're telling me?
That's not fair. That's not.
No. Yes, it is fair. Yes, it is fair. So tell you why it's fair, right? Because what has he done? For me, no. See, Veta, yeah, we can't gaslight me. I refuse to be gaslighted by the Veta experience. So what I'm saying, you're a good guy and all of the rest of it, yeah. But when it comes to Arteta, it's real like this, yeah. If you want him, take him, please. I'll pack his bags, yeah. I will even start a GoFundMe for myself to say get Arteta out to Man City. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy for that. But what? Because if anyone can tell me what has he done for Arsenal, if they think that second place 3 times in a row is good enough, yeah, signing bums after bums after bums after bums, yeah, keeping Deadwood in this club, right? Keeping an injury-prone player like Tomiyasu on the books, for what reason? Not playing a baller like Tierney, yeah, selling our best striker that we've had in the last, well, from that in the last, let's say 5 to 6 years in Aubameyang, and not replacing him, or replacing him with Havertz, and then when Havertz gets injured, replacing him with a Moreno, and then still finish second again. You think that's good enough? Because it's not good enough for me, bro. Yeah, like let's say your club have come off so many trophies in the last 10 to 15 years, right? So you can come to a standpoint and be like, do you know what? Yeah, right. Yeah, I could gaslight. I could do this because I've won so much in recent.
No, that's not what I do.
No. Let me cook. You can rebuttal, bro. Yeah, you can rebuttal, blood. You know what I'm saying? This ain't a court of law, but it's Flawless's house. You know what I'm saying, right? So I'll give you your time. So you can come from that kind of standpoint. But then us as Arsenal fans, right? We won a cup, right? In COVID, which I'm grateful for. But tell me what he has done for Arsenal, apart from signing a lot of bullshit players. Yeah. And if Noni comes in, right, which is not a game changer, which cannot try to dethrone Saka, Martinelli, or even Odegaard, right? Why is he in our team? We have bench guys. We've got bench guys on loan. That's how bad it is. So why am I still saying I want this dude still in? You know what I'm saying? So like I said, if it fits my agenda for him to buy him, yeah, go and buy him. You know what I'm saying? If you don't go buy Garnacho, I will suffer for a season just to get this pussy out of my team.
And on top of the whatever you're about to respond, your thoughts on Madueke potentially going Arsenal as well.
Okay, a lot was said. This signing or potential signing. Let me first do this. Everybody in the chat, please hit the like button, because what you heard from Don C, please hit the like button. They were dropping some information. What I often get accused of with regards to being a gaslighter is being a person that takes a step back and I try to see, okay, what is the fan seeing? What might the club be seeing? Flawless hates it when I talk with regards to Glazers and Ineos, because I'm like, maybe their thought process is this. So this is what I'm going to do with regards to maybe the thought process is this for Arsenal. Okay. Obviously, Madueke would never replace Saka. Saka's got that position locked. But every Arsenal fan, I think including you guys, were like, Saka can't be playing 90 minutes every damn game. So we can't continue to do this, because what ended up happening? The hamstring gave away. Now, I know you got a promising young player who could maybe play in that role and should get some minutes, but you can't lean on him. I think they're looking at, let's get some additional depth with regards to that position. And he could play wing, he could play 10, right? So everybody's saying Odegaard
right
always.
It's right or left. He's not really a 10. You could play the other side. Okay. You're right. Okay. What you're saying is right though. He can play the other side.
When Yeri's a 10.
Yeah. And Yeri's more
fair enough. Fair enough. So he can play on either side of the wing. You need to get some. You need to get some depth. You definitely need someone to be able to step in for Saka. And with regards to the young man that you said has tremendous potential, you also don't want to put too much pressure on that one to be, when Saka's out, he's in. So I get the thinking of it. The 50, I don't know what it is with Chelsea. You guys seem to. Oh, you're down on your luck. Let me slip you a few dollars. You guys seem to do this to Chelsea, so I don't know why that price tag is what it is. But the player, I get the depth of the player. So I'm not trying to gas you, but I get the depth. Now, TJ kind of said like he scored 7 goals. I know Don C, you kind of said he scored 7 goals in whatever number of matches. He also did something that isn't easy. I'm not one to poo-poo. I'm not one to just ignore, because hey, many clubs
3 goals against 19th place Wolves.
No, he's going to talk about City, man. He's talking about the goal he scored against City.
Oh, the goal he scored in a losing effort against City. Okay,
go. No, does he losing? Don't emphasize the losing effort. You still have to show up.
I'm just saying facts. They factually lost the match.
The fact that he scored versus Manchester City.
It's not just me, I get it. Sorry,
one of the best English clubs we've seen, coming off of a four-peat.
Oh my
Again,
God.
we're not going to dismiss that. What? I got to hear about your Invincibles all the time. You're going to hear about my four-peat.
I
Now,
never
with
bring up
rest-
the Invincibles, but keep going.
Dodzy, why do you have that button? Is that button? Why did someone give you that button? By the way,
Hey, do you know what? Yeah, one Christmas, my daughter bought it for me, in it. She said,
There-
"Dad, you always said this is perfect for you."
there you go.
and,
There you
and what a
go.
moment!
when you press it,
Hilarious.
does it lights? I swear it lights up as well. Does it light up? Yeah, there we go.
That's crazy. That's crazy. And that was given to you for a reason, not for me. That was given to you. But listen, the signing kind of makes sense to me. All right. And when you also want to emphasize and don't dismiss, having a hat trick ain't easy in this league. Some star boys at some other clubs don't even have a hat trick to their name in the Prem. It ain't easy. It ain't easy. So to be able to bring that type of player or ability in, and again, what have we seen? As much as you want to say Arteta won the FA with a different team, with someone else's team, do we use that same logic for Slot? Is Slot getting penalized for winning the Prem with someone else's team? I don't think so. You still got to manage those players and get the results.
You're talking about a Prem versus an FA Cup, Vader. Don't be.
I'm talking about the claim that someone won something without another team. That's what I'm bringing up.
But it's more so because of
but you're
you're
talking but you're talking about an FA Cup that they were already halfway through. Like, come on, Vader.
Okay, but you got to win the final.
I understand that you got to win the final, and I credit him for winning the final. I think that's the only reason why he's in the job. But comparing the two, comparing that Arsenal squad to the Liverpool team that Slot inherited, like,
well, we can throw this conversation over to Jez, because Jez fired his manager before a final, and did the team win it anyways? No, you still need a manager to get that win.
You're probably gonna lose anyway, to be honest.
Okay,
well, they were gonna win. They probably had a better shot with Ryan.
I'm just saying. Chances are they probably would have lost. Obviously, we'll never.
Okay, Vader. You see, Vader, I hear most of what you're saying. I get what you're saying, yeah. But all the other years, would you accept that for your team?
All the other years?
Yeah, leading up to now.
Okay, that's a great question. The reason why we have to be balanced about it is because stop doing. What do you mean? Here we go. The first thing, and Dancy, I'm gonna ask you this straight up. Did you expect that Arsenal team?
Grab the button thing, man. Sorry, go on.
Oh my gosh. Bad. Did you expect that Arsenal team, and did you expect that manager to challenge the year that they did?
What the year that they did? No.
Okay, so when you want to ask me, would I have accepted past seasons? That season was incredible for you guys. Totally unexpected. On no one's radar were you guys to challenge for the title and in the manner that you did. No one expected that. And then what did that do? Accelerate, because now everyone's expectation is y'all challenged after being fifth. Now go on and win it again. Like, so I'll be fair to say the 2 seasons that you had finishing second, I'm like, Arteta's doing his thing and not expected to. Now, last season was poor. So if I'm going to say last season was incredibly poor, because I think he poorly managed his players, and that's why you had the spike in injuries, and that's why you had you dropped in league form, but then you also made it further in champ. So you're asking me, like, can I understand why there's some continued commitment for Arteta?
No, I didn't ask that question. Vader. The question I asked you, because that was great content that you just spat, but you're still gaslighting. Would you accept that at your club after the first FA Cup? Yeah. Knowing that we spent so much money, forget the money for a second.
I'm always going to forget the money.
We've gone second twice, because I get that. I get that the first time, but would you accept what we have done over the last 3 years?
So I would not accept the lack of trophies domestically. But I'm not. Hear me out. The fact that you guys were crashing out a League Cup or FA Cup, that's unacceptable to me, because what I've grown accustomed to with my previous managers, even Mancini, even with regards to Pellegrini, and what Pep did in terms of winning the League Cup, no one cared about the League Cup. Oh, that's garbage. When we've won it 4 in a row, it was like, well, that's momentum. That's winning, right? So I don't accept Arteta not being able to win the League Cup or the FA Cup. But when you go ahead, Flows.
Now I was going to ask you a question, but obviously we've discussed this in depth as well about Arteta. This is his final year, in your opinion, where he needs to win one of the big trophies, the Premier or the Champions. Or do you think he should be given a year after? Let's say hypothetically he wins nothing again this year. Should he be sacked, or do you reckon he should? Or the year after is the final year?
There's so much context that's needed. He needs to win.
Just answer the question. You're reminding me of Tony.
Let's say hypothetically, because you're adding context. There's no
not about to rush.
No, because I know where you're thinking. Or injuries. There's no major injuries.
No. I'm not thinking injuries. So
there's none of that. He has a team that is there that is good enough. So if he wins nothing this season, which you're all in agreement of that, they're probably going. They ain't gonna win the Prem or the Champs. Best is the domestic. If he wins nothing, should he be sacked?
So the context that I like to give, because I'm not trying to get clipped up in just 10 seconds. If he fails to win a domestic, in my opinion, and does not make it further in Champions League, so he's got to make it to the final. He's got a match. If he wins domestic and matches the semifinals in Champions League, this man's progressing. If he doesn't win a domestic and happens to make a Champions League final and finishes second again in the league, I don't know how I look at this manager and think that he's not going to be able to get over the line, because all
right. So let's say hypothetically that happens. They make the final Champions League and they lose it. They finish second again in the league. The following year, does he have to win a major?
The following year, it's do or die. Absolutely.
Okay, so it's 8 years. I think we discussed it. I think you said 8 years.
It's do or die.
That'd be the 7.
We're catching up to the Fast and Furious sagas. Are you crazy? How many more years are you going to give fucking Arteta? Okay, let's not do this, yeah.
Dancy just stepped into the Vatex, man. That's what.
No, Dancy,
the Vatex.
He just stepped into the Vatex.
Bro.
7 years he said, nah, this is enough. I think when we discussed this, I think you did say you are consistent with this. I think you did say 7 or 8 years. I can't remember.
I don't say this to mess things up, but I say
I just couldn't remember. So it's right. You know what I'm saying? As much as it's absolutely batshit crazy, it is right.
But here's the thing, right? There's so much disbelief in Arteta. There's so much, he's not good enough. There's so much. But again,
where do you think that disbelief comes from?
Not winning anything.
I'll take not winning anything for 400.
The disbelief was on pause, though, Flawless. The funny thing is the disbelief was on pause. I'll tell you. They paused it, but they had the disbelief before Real Madrid.
When did
and then they put it on pause. And then they saw that performance versus.
No. Let's remove
You know this.
I know you believed. When did the disbelief pause with the rest of us? Who thought they were winning the champs? I didn't see anyone say that.
It's not about rivals. Rivals are always going to hate. Let me talk to the Arsenal fans right now. Yeah. Rival fans are going to hate. That's what they do. When going into the Real Madrid game, you heard 0% chance, 1% chance.
I get that.
Oh, you heard all that, right? Yeah. And you had Arsenal fans that said he's going to get outcoached by Ancelotti, right? It was all that was said. Mm-hmm. And then you saw the performance. And then you saw them advance versus Real Madrid. And in the fashion that they did, you can't look at this manager and be like, he's clueless. You can't look at this manager and be...
No one thinks he's clueless, though.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, obviously, because I had him as an assistant manager, I know that he's learning on the job. And I get Arsenal fans have no patience for it. I get that. I don't want this man learning on the job. I want someone that's going to deliver. But the reason why he's been given this time, in my opinion, is because yes, after winning the FA Cup, there has been a progression, whether it's been in the league or it's been in champs. So I think that he's got to win something this year. Because I think the patience amongst you guys is it's done. He's got to win something.
Because fans have been. I'm asking, did the board sack him if you don't win anything?
No, the board won't sack him. Unless it's a disaster. Unless it's like
they got to fall out like top 4.
Quarters out of the League Cup. Quarters out of the FA Cup, one of those.
That's never bugged them before.
No, but it's going to be accumulation. And if he doesn't finish second in this league, I think it's going to be they're going to raise eyebrows again.
No.
And
I think. Sorry, and I said this earlier or on American Waffle. Maybe I think I agree to a point, but the crash would need to be very, very big for the amount and caliber of players that we're bringing in and where these players are in their career and their development. A lot of these guys are in their prime. And if the Cronkies don't see that we're going to be in the middle of another rebuild here in the next 2 or 3 years, like, I don't know what to tell you. Like we have people don't understand. Like we have a very, very limited window here. Like, and that isn't being talked about enough. You have Saliba already looking at Spain. You have Gabriel. Do you think he's going to want to stick around and for us to keep finishing second and dropping out of FA Cups voluntarily and finishing second or third or fourth in the champs? No, they're going to want to go somewhere and win things. I can keep going. I'm not going to go through the entire starting 11, but come on, man. We have one of the best starting 11s in the league. That is not arguable.
You know what's crazy?
We're just one or two. We are just one or two good or bad decisions away from winning trophies.
Yes, the talent's there. And one of them bad decisions.
The talent's there now.
Yeah, I agree. The talent's there. The talent's there now.
Yeah, it's now. But prior, and the reason why there's also some patience with regards to Arsenal are going out and getting another Chelsea players. Would you say yes or no that Arteta has raised the level of these Chelsea signings? Would you say that? Would you say that Jorginho didn't?
No,
Jorginho barely played, bro.
Yeah, no. When he played, he was the same. No, he's better.
Jorginho literally threw away a North London derby. Like
he had his best years at Chelsea, but did he drop? Did he play his role? He was a role player. Did he do his job for what he was asked to do?
What's your point?
Okay, that's my point. No, so
if I were to grade Jorginho in his time here, I'd give him like a C-.
What?
Like he had one good game at Liverpool, and that's it. And then he lost us, and then he drew a North London derby at the Emirates because he slipped. Like, dude, there are just things I cannot forgive. There's just not.
Okay.
There are things I can't forgive.
Established it that they are saying give him at least this year. Well, they're gonna get this year, maybe next year, depending on what they do this year. Jez, though, what are you saying, man? Now the Madueke potentially going to your North London rivals. Talk to us. Thoughts?
Holy, I'm holy, man. Like, I'll be honest, man. And obviously, to the people that live in the UK, you already know, man. But I'm surprised he got to move to Arsenal first, then move to Nottingham Trent University, bro. If you know Nottingham Trent University, you know what's going on. You know what type of university Nottingham Trent University is. So I'm just surprised he got that move to Arsenal, man. And the crazy, what's crazy about Arsenal like bidding 50 million. I don't know. I think it's like 40 plus 10, if I'm not mistaken. Or so they bid like 50 million altogether, including add-ons. That is crazy. But even then, the crazier part is that Chelsea want more money, which is even more crazy when you think about it. Like, I feel like, considering from how much they bought them for, and for the little production that you have gotten, yes, you can probably argue English player, and there's like the English talks, and that's why the price goes automatically just up. Like, I mean, look at Tyler Dibbling. I think he's talented, but Southampton won 50 million for him, who got relegated and really didn't do much better than Madueke from a production standpoint either. So you can probably see, and you probably look around signings that have been around why they increased the price for Madueke, but I just don't get it to me if you ask me personally, because I feel like it's just lazy from Arsenal to go to Chelsea and try to get Madueke in wherever it is as a backup or wherever, because and this is actually was a good conversation that I was having with some of my Arsenal friends that I know personally. They think that low-key Madueke might be a starter at left wing. Obviously, we can't confirm it. We have to see how the window goes. But you have to look. The fact that
can't be the case. They can't do that.
No, because it's the reason why we came up with that assumption, and obviously we have to see how.
You have to. They can, but it's a terrible move when I say they can't.
I agree with that.
It's like you lot starting Doku with all the talent you have over there, crazy. But go on, Jez, as you were.
No.
Same thing. Your worst attack. What are you doing?
But he's had such a good Club World Cup.
The thing is, it's not even a shot outside of Juve. If we're all picking City's 11, none of us are starting Doku. It
No,
might
definitely,
we might be
definitely.
different with one or two of the players, but outside of you, you're the only one I know
The
that's
reason
thinking.
why
I even know
the reason
the
why
team.
I'm shaking my head and the reason why you're an
Why?
absolute criminal is
Why am I criminal?
because it would be terrible over at Arsenal when you talk
Yes,
about that
it would be.
selection of players, but it's not the same case at City because Doku
It's
has
worse at
come
your
in.
place.
No, it's
Because
not
the
worse.
caliber,
This manager
you know,
start.
you know why it's
okay,
worse? Because
okay.
the caliber of player, the difference, the levels. Madueke is closer to a Martinelli than Doku is to a Foden or a Mamouche or a Cherky.
Okay.
It's criminal.
You
Should
know what?
even make the
Let
bench.
me
There's probably academy graduates that are better than him, but we're
let
neither
me
here
let
nor
me
there.
let me let me move on before it's gonna
Sorry.
divert into like
Yeah, before
something.
we
Yeah,
can.
like those
Yeah,
things.
Academy
yeah.
smacks that.
Bring some professionalism back, Jazz.
I've watched. You know what? I've watched City's academy actually. There is players in your academy who are better than him. Well, a whole different conversation, as you were, Jen.
No, but yeah, back to what I was saying, to talk about the conversation that I was having is that when you consider how much Chelsea looking to go and get him, like 55, 60, let's say Arsenal's willing to pay that type of money. There's a lot of money you're willing to pay for like a backup. When I'm thinking about that, I'm thinking about the players across Europe where I can think of, and you maybe can even make the argument on why you could actually say, you know what, let's just try to save a little bit of money. If you want somebody off the bench who has pace about him, is good in the transition, is a good dribbler, a good carrier of the ball, there is young players out there that you can look at and say, you know what, we can take a chance on them. Like, for example, a Dringer that just went to Sunderland, Johan Bakayoko, who is linked to various clubs who play Champions League. Nottingham Forest wants him as well. Um, shit, even somebody like going to my football knowledge, somebody like a Dario Osorio, I think he plays in Denmark, I think, as a young player who has a lot of upside to him, and you can play on the right wing. And let's say, for example, you go on, for example, let's in a world where let's say Arsenal will send a Dringer to be the backup. He goes to AFCON in January. Navarro can go and play on right wing then and be the backup there. For then the meantime, when Adringer is gone and when Adringer comes back, Vaneri can be going back to the bench. Um, oh well, he's already gonna be on the bench, but I'm talking about like bench in terms of again being the backup to Odegaard on coming on for him, for example. But I feel like spending that amount, excessive amount, you could at least see some sort of logic if he was coming to Arsenal and start to be the backup. It's hella excessive, and I think it's extremely lazy by Arsenal. And I feel like they just look. And I think we talked about it before, Flores. I think I talked about how um they big clubs are just super lazy when it comes to recruitment. They do not put enough effort in and looking at how we build the squad. Like I feel like if you're willing to pay this much money, I feel like you might as well aim for a player who has a bit more, who's better right now with a better upside, who can actually come in and compete. I feel like with Madueke, there's always already this gap of I'm going to be a backup to Saka forever, and I can never challenge him because the gulf of class between the players is just too big. But that's why we was thinking, what if the idea is that he comes and plays left wing, and then Trossard leaves the football club?
Yeah, it could be that still.
That's why we came up with this solution. Not saying that it's a good solution, not saying that, but this is what it looks to me personally. But I think they're gonna actually go and get the deal done. If I'm being honest, the way this has been moving, and congratulations, man. I guess another English and another London club in his CV, man. Crystal Palace, Tottenham, Chelsea, Arsenal, man. A whole, literally a whole, man. Like he's just looking for new houses, man, everywhere. But congratulations to Arsenal, man. You getting the Madueke, man. Like that. I'll just be honest, man. If he wasn't left-footed, he doesn't come to Arsenal. I'm telling you.
Damn.
If he wasn't
Like
left-footed,
that.
I genuinely believe that.
Right, first. And staying with you lot as well, Jez. Speaking of left-footed wingers, Mohammed Kudus to Tottenham. Here we go. Deal in place for 55 million from West Ham. Kudus only wanted Spurs, and he will now sign a 6-year contract at Tottenham. Medical test booked for Kudus in London on Thursday, and all signed, as David Ornstein reports. And that's from Fabrizio Romano, obviously reporting about David Ornstein. Fault on this, Jez. Deals. Here we go. Deal done. Just a
No,
formality.
yeah, from my legs. Apparently, not apparently, he's going to have his medical literally in the morning, today in the UK, which is Thursday now, and they might even announce it literally on Thursday now. So it's like they want to get it done quickly. I feel like they're probably the reason why they're probably this quick because they maybe think If Chelsea can get a deal done with Arsenal quickly, maybe they might change his mind or anything like. Not that I think it's going to happen, but just to make sure. And I mean, look, man, you know my opinion about Kudus, and for people that don't know about Kudus, like I think he's a good player. I think he is a good player. I do think he's slightly overrated by a lot of people. I feel like even in the first season for West Ham, that type of player, yeah, would definitely be an improvement in terms of what Brennan Johnson, for example, offers for us in terms of just being an overall better player and what he brings to the team. But I feel like with somebody in the Frank system, the production is lacking in my opinion. I'm looking around the team and I feel like I needed somebody who I felt a bit more comfortable with at the right wing, who can give me some guaranteed production. That's why I wanted Embremo. That's why I wanted Semenyo, where I know I'm getting the goals from these guys. But 55 million, West Ham wanted 65, 70. So the fact that we got 55. Funny enough, somebody leaked yesterday that apparently West Ham have to make sales or need to make like a 40 million profit. So kind of convenient that the deal got done the next day. Feel like somebody wanted to make some sort of reason so we could get the deal done. But big up to him, whoever that was who leaked it. But now I'm happy that we get in. It's a position I feel like we needed another right winger at the football club. Me personally, though, I think he got promised to play in the 10. I think he plays centrally. I don't even think he plays right wing that much.
Do you think you go with the 2 10s in the striker? Because we've seen Thomas Frank play the back three at Brentford.
Yeah, and we talked about before how when we was linked with Essa and I said how little sense it made to me. And then I came up with the idea who he might play with the double 10s. Who knows? Because it's like, and we had the conversation before. I think his best position is in the central positions. I don't think he's as good on the right wing as he is in the 10. And funny enough, I went back on one of my screenshots when he was at Ajax, and I think he talked about it in an interview, talking about how he prefers playing centrally over playing on the right wing.
Yeah.
So I mean, look, man, one thing about Thomas Frank that I know is that he can improve attackers. He's comfortable, and you can see his attackers always having some sort of improvement. Even the mediocre ones getting better. How are you going to use him? I don't know. Since I said many times before, I have no clue what Thomas Frank does in terms of like formations and everything like that. So I have to wait till preseason. But hey, man, we got the deal done. This was his main target. On to the next signing for me personally.
And if I'm correct, you lot have been linked to Visa as well today, right?
Today we got linked to Visa saying how we.
Hey, if you lot get some Visa, that's a serious front three. I'm not gonna lie. Kudus, Kulusevski, and Visa. That's a good front three.
Wait, what do you say? Sorry.
I said Kudus, Kulusevski, and Visa. Like as a front three.
Yeah.
Obviously throwing Solanke, but I'm saying those three, like those three in your attack is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, no, like it would be great because
add Solanke in there. Let's say the four of them. That's a good front four to me.
Now I was just trying to think in mind because none of them play on the left wing, and that's what I was trying to make it out. But now it would be, and it improves massively the depth in terms of attackers that we was lacking. And look, Richarlison probably, for me, that news just makes me believe that Richarlison's out of the door, even if we don't get Visser. I think there's definitely like this sense of they want to get another backup striker now to Sri Lanka, which we desperately need, just because of how many games we are playing. But also just for somebody there who can challenge. And so I think Visser scored like 19 goals in the season last season. So the fact that
did he get that many goals? Jesus,
I think it all comes, but I need to go and double check it again.
He got 19 goals. Fuck, you know. Yeah, he got 19 goals.
Yeah, he was hella productive for them. He was productive for them, bro.
That's impressive. Impressive last return. He got 19 and 35.
I know 100%. And because in Premier gets a lot of the high and a lot of the light when people talk about Brentford. But I think Visser's a good player. I think Visser's a good player. Obviously, there's apparently conversation saying how they don't want to sell both Mbemo and Visser in the same window, so there's a higher price tag on him than usual. But you can always negotiate it down. Like we negotiated Kudus down to a 55 million price tag. So if you can maybe negotiate the Visser's price down, I wouldn't mind having him. But I'm just glad that they're looking to improve the attack. This is what I'm looking. This is what I'm just happy about. But there's so much more work to do. I still need a midfielder, preferably two. But I think just one we're gonna get now. I need a backup striker, and as many centre backs that we have, I low-key still want somebody who's left-footed and can be a direct backup to Van der Ven, maybe even cover at left back if you really need to, because we don't have enough left back cover as well. But hey, man, encouraging window so far, man. Like they're starting off well. They're paying the money, which is a good sign. Because I was worried about them not maybe wanting to pay money. So yeah, man, I'm happy. I'm happy with Kudus. I'm happy with the Visa link today. And funny enough, I literally got a Kudus and Ghana jersey literally behind me right now.
Oh,
So
for real?
so anybody, yeah, I got one. I can send you the picture later, but yeah, but to all the people that say Jess hates Kudus and that, I don't hate Kudus, man. I just think he's a slightly overrated from a lot of people. But
No, you
but,
said that. No,
yeah, but
that's fair enough.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it.
Yes. Hey, you lot, one more like, girls up to 40 likes before we continue and we get the rest of the panelists' further thoughts on him as well. Make sure you subscribe to Veta
Actually-
Games TV, subscribe to TJ Warren TV. Both links are underneath in the description. TJ, what are you saying? Because obviously Kudus has gone to.
Can I add something?
Yeah,
Real
go
quick?
on. Yeah, of course.
I
Go on,
forgot to
go
say,
on.
fun fact, I looked it up. He's only the second Ghanaian to ever play for Spurs. The first one was Kevin Prince Boateng. Obviously, Dance was also Ghanaian, but he plays for Austria, so I don't necessarily count him. But
Hey,
it's
Dan's
kind of cool to
Austrian.
see. Yeah, it's Austrian, yeah.
Fuck. What's black folk
Austrian.
everywhere? My thing.
Yeah,
Sorry.
bro,
No idea he was Austrian. No idea, yo.
Yeah, for him and Alaba out there in the back.
No idea. Yo, you could have given me 100 guesses of who he played for, what country, and I would have never have guessed.
Bro. He speaks
Never.
proper. He speaks proper German, bro. Like,
It's like yesterday, I seen someone get linked to Zion Suzuki, and that one always baffles me. You know
yeah,
what
well,
I'm saying?
like
And then when I seen him as well, I was like, yo, what is going on?
That guy is Japanese, Ghanaian, American. What a combination! What a combination!
Yo, it threw me off when I seen him. I was like, yo, this is mad.
No,
It is.
just
Carry on.
no, but honestly, to actually have somebody at the club who's also Ghanaian, man, and actually plays for Ghana. And the good thing is, he doesn't play AFCON this year because Ghana didn't make it to the AFCON. Make it as you want to make it.
That's dark, Jez, yo.
I'll be honest, bro. I celebrated that, bro. Like, you see, there's a point of Ghana not being in the AFCON this time around, man. But yeah, man, I'll let TJ go, man.
And it is, before I get TJ, this is just quickly on the Visa news. Yeah, Spurs are weighing up a move for Brentford forward Johan Visa, move driven by Thomas Frank. Visa is keen on a move. Brentford don't want to lose Visa and Brian and Bremo in the same window, and that's from Ben Jacobs on Twitter. But yeah, TJ, we've seen Kudus make the move to Spurs. Very looking like it's going to be around the similar price tag to Madueke. Thoughts on that? And would you have preferred Arsenal to go in for Kudus?
Oh yeah, 100%. Kudus is a top player. I think he would at least compete or push to start on the left for us. He's a fantastic player. I'm a big fan of Kudus. Brentford's going to get relegated if they let go of Wissa. I'm not going to lie. Madueke's better. Cam's crazy. I'm not going to lie. Cam's being mad sarcastic in the chat. It's crazy. No, but I rate the player. I don't rate the club he went to. I think a player of that caliber playing under Thomas Frank, and if they bring in Vissa, they still have a lot of work to do in the transfer window, in my opinion. But Thomas Frank's going to make him a better club. They're going to finish top 10. But still, at the end of the day, these are the kinds of players that I would want Arsenal to go for. But he went to Spurs. We were linked with Kudus like a year ago.
Yeah, it was loose. But it was loose links. You didn't do the Chelsea where it was like genuine, like concrete interest. Like he was loosely linked to us as well, but again, we didn't. He was like backup type of thing. It wasn't anything concrete. Whereas Chelsea, there was genuine interest.
He just gets what I like about Kudus the most is he just gets stuck in. He can play multiple positions. Like he's just an all around baller. And he's going to do well at Tottenham. He's going to strengthen that front line, especially with, an aging son. Obviously Brennan Johnson is not as consistent as people would like. Obviously Kulusevski, they can use Kulusevski in different areas now that there's a little bit of cover on the wing. You're rid of Timo Werner. Congratulations. It's a good move for Tottenham. As much as I hate to say it, I hate Tottenham, but it's a good move for them. I rate the player highly.
Hey, don't you co-sign that? Is it a good move for Spurs bringing in Kudus?
First and foremost, F Spurs. Judge on my guy about fuck your team, rude boy. Yeah, I can't stand you lot
Every time. Every time.
each and every time.
And that home kit looks like shit
Dude.
too, by the way. That home kit looks awful.
Hey man, but you know what? I love that. You're right, but I love the away kit, man.
The away
Shit,
kit
man.
is sick. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really jealous of that one.
No, what's it called? By the way, this
Oh,
one,
yeah,
this
I remember this. I remember this actually. I do, because he got a big bang for this, didn't he? I remember
Yeah, he did. Just slapping Van de Ven in the face.
slapping people. Yo.
bro.
You need
You're
that
getting
in your
stuck
team,
in, man. I like it.
I
Bro,
can't lie. You need that in your team, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. You need some people that just gonna slap some people.
we don't have no dogs in the team, bro. I think that even that one picture of like Saar, like Richard, bro, he took down like 3-man posts, like like it was ridiculous. But you know what? You know that's actually hilarious. Like the first meeting, handshake, and the apologies. No, I'm saying, but bro, I need to. You know how you say about Cunha, yeah, like how he was fighting the Bournemouth bench and his own bench, bro. That's what I need, bro. I need somebody who's some bullshit.
You have to have that in your team, man. People that are just willing to just slap people when shit gets out of hand, man. You need that type of fire in your team, man. People too, not like this. There's no any team that's been successful has that. Any single team that has been there has that type of thing. I got you, Lex. I'll send it over in a second. Give me 1 sec, Lex. I got you. Well, yeah, Doncy, over to you, man.
Yeah, no, do you know what? Yeah, Spurs are actually lucky to have this kind of player. He's gonna bring so much more to their team, a little bit of flair, fire, a few goals. And if you're gonna spend 55 mil, they have to transform your team to a better team or be in a position, put you in a position to dislodge whoever's in that position. And he's a guaranteed starter. Right? I would like him. I would like a baller like that. No, fuck that. I don't even want him in my team. Yeah. Just because he hasn't got
he's going to Spurs.
Yeah, for 1 year, yeah. The only Spurs fan, the only Spurs player I actually respect here is Sol Campbell, isn't it? But it is where it is. Like we can't
This guy, outrageous.
That is hilarious. I'm not gonna lie.
But to be real,
I didn't see him. I was 2 years old, man. I
saw him, so you can live vicariously through my eyes as well. Like he was a baller. He was good for your team. He was excellent for my team. Just put it that way.
Flawless victory.
I love it. Yeah, but he's going to be a great addition for Spurs' team because he's a player that they've been crying out for simply because Spurs are too nice. Spurs players are too nice. They haven't got any fight or any oomph, and it's a shame that he's going to them. Personally, I wouldn't want. I'm not like TJ in that sense. Would I want him on my team? No, I want Rodrigo. Even though let's say Rodrigo, Madueke, and Kudus, they actually have quite the same output when it comes to GNA. The difference is, let's say a Rodrigo comes with star ability. Yeah, he's played around world-class players, so he knows what it is to win. Even though we were during that run, but it's not about Rodrigo right now. With Madueke, with Kudus, he is a good player. It's just I just don't want him in my team. I don't think he's good enough. He's good enough for a team like Spurs, just simply because where Spurs are. Like, forget if they won that European League. You know what I'm saying? In the league-wise, that's where it kind of matters, especially where they want to get to. Because it's pointless them winning a trophy last season to get knocked out of the Champions League this season and still finish out of the Champions League spots. So he brings them closer to the top 8. So as an addition, I think he's what they've been balling for. I do believe also they should sign a holding. If they get another holding and a striker, right, a backup striker, they'll definitely get top 8 easy next season.
No, that's fair. That's fair. I would ask Vader before he left as well. Big up Lex in the building as well. Yes, Lex, what are you saying, fam? You good?
Yeah, man.
I did up Lex.
Big up Lex, hammer him in for sure.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, TJ, no one asked. You know what I'm saying?
What? I was just reading.
No,
this in
it's
there.
all
TJ, what did I say?
Absolutely.
I can't read. I'm
Mr.
dyslexic.
Comprehension over there. Yeah. Thank you for your efforts, man. Appreciate
Hooked
it.
on phonics over here. Yeah, for sure.
That being said, Lex, your thoughts, man. Noni Madueke, £50 million bid from Arsenal. Talk to us. Thoughts on it.
Great addition to the squad. Bunch of fucking idiots.
I can't stand this guy, man.
Bro, listen.
Sure.
Make it make sense. Somebody attempt to make it make sense. Attempt to make it make sense.
There's nothing. It's just sheer laziness.
Numbers.
It's impossible.
It's laziness. That's what it is. He's close by, and I've said this before.
And you're overpaying. You're
Yeah,
overpaying. It's so ridiculous.
It's crazy. I've said this. If by the way,
Spurs signed Kudus and Wissa, and you signed Madueke. Listen, first of all, let's get this clear. No one knows if Gyökeres is going to come to the league and do anything good anyways. So for all the people getting gassed over Gyökeres, okay, let's give the Arsenal fans that, yeah?
So unnecessary, man. So unnecessary, yo.
Listen.
Go on. I'm listening. Go, fam.
Buy somebody who can pass him the ball, blood.
Right.
If you say, all right, we're going to buy a 40 goal per season striker, how is it the winger that you bring in with him is Noni Madueke? Explain it. Can't cross.
I think, go on. Sorry. Go on.
What, 1v1 D, man? What, 1v1 to the goal line? What are we talking about here? 1v1 and do what after that? Because him would just 1v1 and then do nothing. It might give one game against Wolves where he score 4 goals and then go the rest of the season and only score 3. But that's beside the point. What go on? Make it make sense. It's like Arsenal cannot just give and give. Them have to give and take.
Yeah, I think TJ said that just before.
With the fans,
one of you two man said that about it's like a one good day and then something bad will happen afterwards also.
Yeah.
And then there's still, it's like you can get excited over Gyökeres, but please do not get too excited because a lot of us got excited over Darwin Núñez. Now, does Darwin Núñez have potential? Yes. Does Darwin Núñez, is it possible for him to go somewhere else and be good? Yes.
But Gyökeres isn't gonna hit as many posts as a $2 stripper like freaking.
You don't know.
Well, we talking hypothetically.
I don't think he will. I don't think he will.
I think he scores goals here.
I think he scores 20.
Núñez scored goals.
Yeah, all right, more than Núñez.
Spectacular goals. Listen, go and watch a Núñez highlight clip. You'll never believe that we call him shit. This motherfucker scores great goals.
Yeah, he does. I just think Gyökeres will be good over here.
Right foot,
I want to be wrong.
Curlers, low driven, all of that. Yeah. The man have the full FIFA package. Him just do it every like 10 games.
Yeah. Right.
No. What do I believe? I believe Gyökeres in whatever system Arteta is going to formulate for him. It is possible that he will score the 20 goals and be a good striker. Will it be enough? I don't know. What I do know is also possible is this motherfucker can come in and end up being backup to Havertz. I do not put it past Arteta. Yo, stop. Brother, listen.
We kind of we on different pages of the same book on the same chapter, Lex. I don't think it's Havertz that's misses out. I think it's Zubimendi. He put Havertz back in midfield.
I just don't see Arteta playing with.
But you realize, TJ and Dan, you realize that you man just have bare puzzle pieces and can't make just one cohesive puzzle. You realize that's the issue. Even when the man them do things to appease and it's like it don't match with what's currently going on because they do so much bullshit in the past. And And then even when they're doing something to appease the fans or actually look like, okay, Arsenal's trying to go for a little bit of success here, alongside that is Noni Madueke. Like, what is it?
You
What
think
is
Madueke
it?
starts? Or you
Are
think
you
he's back?
man cursed?
You think he starts though, Lex Madueke?
Start where?
I'm
And
gonna,
do
on the
what?
left hand side.
On the
Do
left-hand
what?
side.
Do what? I hear you on the do
Martinelli.
what?
It's the same
Does he-
fucking thing for 50 mil. I'm just going to join the team and be the exact same shit on the left side. I'm just left-footed. That's the only difference. Left-footed shit as opposed to right-footed shit.
Yeah,
Yo,
facts.
look, I landed that point earlier. The reason why I've said this here.
How much? Hold on, Jess.
Consider-
How much should I go pay for Wissa? How much should I pay for Wissa?
The report says
We don't know the price yet. We only started talking to them, so we don't know the price yet.
You couldn't
What you say? You cut out.
buy Wissa. The man them couldn't buy Wissa. You couldn't buy somebody else. 50 mil. You can't buy somebody else. Nobody.
It is.
Bro, remember I know I'm your enemy, but Jesus fucking Christ, man. What the fuck? Big man
Alright,
thing
tell him
like
again.
really, bro. Every
Alright, let
year
me tell him
it's like,
again.
bro, it's almost as if they make so much money from just media bullshit, them just have to do something for upset people. Every year, yeah, them probably make 100 mil off of the Madueke sign. It has to be. There's nothing else that makes sense. Them make a clean 100 mil off social media interactions of signing Noni Madueke. That is it. That has to be it. No sense, blood. What do you want? What do you want? This fucking guy. Yo, this guy is terrible, you know. It's a terrible human being, you know. Vita, how you look? Vita, how you look yourself in the mirror? When you wake up in the morning, how do you look at yourself? How you do this?
What do you mean? You got to wash your face every morning. You got to. I shave
And
every
then
other day. You know what I mean?
You know what is? And you know what? You know what's the most upsetting part? You man can go anywhere else and buy shit. You buy it from Chelsea every single time for years. It's been over a decade. You man just rock up to the Chelsea shit shop and just buy shit they don't want. And you spend over the odds for it. It's not like you buy it at a cut price. Bro, you man go to Bournemouth and buy Kepa. Chelsea
he's a world champion. He's a European champion.
Yeah, good luck with that. Yeah, good luck with that. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. Yeah, man. Good luck with that. Hold on. When it got to penalty shootout and Arteta try to sub him off and him tell him no, then we see your reaction to that. Man said, no, brother, I'm good. Man, no need for come off.
Well, Karam actually makes a great point here. We'll go to you on this, TJ. Can you see it being Wenger 2.0 with the board? Because he says, I told you, man, we're living in Wenger 2.0. Top four only. Enjoy it. Don't be mad. I've accepted it. Is that a possibility? Is it a Wenger-esque again with the board?
We're living in it. The problem is that there isn't going to be enough people in the fan base right now because we're just a fan base full of happy clappers. And people that apparently love corporate greed and are totally fine with overpaying for mediocrity. If he doesn't get the sack for not winning anything this season, because I think he'll probably bottle it again. I think you'll see more people rocking up to the Emirates. I think you'll see more people because the only reason Wenger got fired is because people actually were marching in the streets.
Yeah, and people people start going as well.
Exactly. So and people stop going. So right now, I think Cam could be right because the more I deep it, we have we have a tifo of this motherfucker in the stands. And he hasn't won anything since 2020 when people weren't even in the stands. We won the FA Cup in front of a bunch of cardboard cutouts on the back of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. So the answer is yes, but I think you're going to start to see the worm really turn this time next year if we don't win. if we don't win a trophy. So, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, flawless.
Yo.
Flawless. To all the Arsenal fans out there that thought I was crazy with all my takes, when I said whether Arsenal wins the Champions League or not, I want Arteta out. Yeah. Now that Noni Madueke could actually sign, all right? You should have all fucking listened, you fucking simps.
You got a point when you say that, yo.
All right? Because I said Arteta would do something stupid because this is what Arteta does.
Wait.
You know
Why
what
is
I'm saying?
Arteta getting the blame for these signings?
Is he not part of the board?
Yeah, he's a part of the problem.
Does
If
he
he
not
doesn't
co-sign?
like it, do you know what he could do? He can rip up his contract and leave. It's okay to fucking take how many millions a year to fucking come second. He's happy to do that. Yeah,
Wait,
people don't understand that. He's
Hey,
happy to do
Vega,
that.
are you not blaming Arteta? I mean, not blaming Arteta. You don't think Arteta is a part of these deals?
So again, I don't think that Arteta has any more power than my manager has at my club. And my manager doesn't make these signings on his own. My manager,
not solely, but a part of it.
yeah. So if it's like yeah, part of it. But how much say 1/3? Is he 1/3 of the voice? Because you're gonna have.
I'm sure Don C. I can speak for him here. He blames everyone that's a part of this, not just Arteta. You don't like your board, correct?
I can't stand him. I want them out.
See.
Okay,
he can't stand his board almost as much as he can't stand.
You know what? Yeah,
that tells you all
you
you
got to cut off one head of the snake first, and Arteta's the first piece that needs to go because he's the one that actually plays certain players in their positions when they're getting cooked time and time again. He's the one that consistently played fucking Havertz up striker instead of trying to get a striker. Yeah, he's the one who played Moreno against fucking PSG.
Vita, just mute your mic, Vita. Don't rage bait the man.
Yes.
I know exactly where you're going. Just stop.
No, I'm not.
Just stop. Don't before you even reach bait. Just stop.
Hey, Vita, do you agree with this? You think Berta deserves some of the blame too?
Absolutely.
Oh, give me a break.
I'm asking. All right, why do you think you don't deserve none of the blame for this, TJ?
Because, well, I don't think he has as much power as people think he does.
Okay.
I think the board listens to Arteta because Arteta makes the board money and he makes the Cronkies money. You see Arteta palling around with Josh Kroenke at Knicks games and fucking Avalanche games and all this different shit. Like he has them wrapped around their finger. And if Mikel wants him, the board wants him. I think Gyökeres is definitely a Berta signing because Arteta was never serious about bringing him in. But I seriously don't think
the good signings aren't Arteta signings.
So far.
Yeah, I see the agenda. Have you guys not learned from the Wenger years?
Vito.
Have you not learned from the Wenger years?
Hey, Jazz, yeah, every time, man.
Oh, big up Jazz, bro.
Oh, man.
Big up Lex as well, man. It's been a minute, bro.
Big up, Jazz. Big up. Vito, listen. Because you're gonna run this bullshit, so let's just squash it. Let's just nip it in the fucking bud, yeah?
Yo, these are the Jew I never knew would be like this on stream that I needed this.
Look. Before you even start the fucking. The reason.
Wait. Lex is moving like Minority Report.
It's not
preemptively. He's saying, "I know you're about to commit a crime."
He sees the crime before it happens. I love it.
Yeah, bro. Listen. Let's just fix this. The reason the blame is going to Arteta is because Arteta has been backing bullshit signings from the start. So if all of a sudden a new guy comes in and then a striker that Arteta never wanted all this time decides to rock up, then you attribute that to Berta. But when Madueke turns up and you have a track record of Havertz and you have a track record of who else? Just name all of them. Name all of them.
Sterling,
bullshit.
Jorginho,
California.
Yeah.
Kibio.
So
obviously,
Noon Tavares,
Zinchenko, which is still there. The pussy.
Zinchenko is still here. Sorry. Don't forget Sambi Lokonga. You can't forget Sambi Lokonga. Marquinhos. Fabio Vieira, who's still on the fucking payroll.
The man them blame Edu. You,
Oh, yeah.
you, Veta, you would have blamed. You'd have been, yeah, me smash all that before you even bring it up. I know you gonna say this Edu bullshit. Don't even bring it up. Don't even bring
Matt
it up.
Turner, Austin Trusty. Sorry, I can keep going.
Oh, geez, yeah, you got a list over there. You know what I'm saying, TJ? Listen,
Don't even bring it up, Veta, because I know I'm gonna say, but those were Edu. Those were Edu.
Well, are they not? I'm just trying to.
Probably
I want to
just, Veta, as a matter of fact, just bring up the Edu picture that you have in the background waiting.
I don't know. I don't have. I don't got anything waiting in the
Big man
background.
thing at this point.
No, I just want to. I want to hit because I know there's an agenda, right? Don C's been man enough to be like, you know what? I'm moving with this agenda. TJ said, you know what? I'm running agendas this season. I get it.
I'm running an agenda, not agendas.
So in essence, TJ,
I'm running one agenda, the Ethan Winieri agenda. Yeah.
Okay. So
that's the next thing. Thanks to remind me. What? Yeah, but all right, you know, continue.
Yeah, we'll get to it. Hold that thought. Cam says there, this is an interesting point. He says, no, Wenger got, not this one actually. It was the one about Havertz. My bad, it weren't this one. 1 second, let me find it here. Is that agree this? He says, man, them forgot Arteta already said Havertz is the starting number 9, LOL. He did say this, but this is before Gyökeres. There's no way they signed Gyökeres.
There's no way they signed
Gyökeres. Listen.
No, man.
Bro.
Listen.
Bro, I could see Gyökeres starting as a centre back. That's what happens.
It's like shapeshifters in a FIFA. Bro, listen.
Bro,
don't you see a world where it is possible that man at the start of if only the start of the season, first game, just like we know Amorim gonna start Mason Mount with Bruno, even though him have Cunha and Mbeumo on them, man.
Yeah. You gonna do some
bro. What? Sometimes is life real?
Yeah.
In what world? In what world?
It's just nonsense, but it's real.
You know what's funny? It's just so much fuckery, and we know it gonna happen. Like we can sit right here. We've been doing this for like 2 years now or whatever. We've been sitting here consistently over and over and just call the bullshit before it happened.
Yeah, facts.
Just call the bullshit.
Yeah, you called the bullshit with Veta before it happened. Same shit with the team. You know what I'm saying? The managers. You know, it's mile off. We know it's underway, man. But I don't see
the thing is,
I think Zubimendi misses out personally. But
Veta have a tell. Once you hear him voice, you know it's fuckery coming up next. So you know exactly just how to counter it. You just know. You know once
Shot fired.
Once TJ says something sensible and Veta say, well, done. It's done. You know exactly what's coming up next. You know.
This is outrageous.
You know, it's just it's some Top Gunner bullshit. If Don C says something, Top Gunner bullshit. That's Veta's angle. Pissed off.
Listen.
Okay, so Veta, let's ask you. Let's say do you see a world where Gyökeres signs for Arsenal and he don't start and he plays Havertz ahead of him? Because someone's got to miss out. Because you got Rice, you got Zubimendi, you got Odegaard, you got Havertz, you got
first of all,
boom.
Zubimendi cannot get. Zubimendi is Spanish. Zubimendi comes from Sociedad. He is starting, my friend.
What?
He is starting. Brother, listen.
Yes.
He is starting.
So who misses out then?
Brother, you know, realize what the man did. The man signed the whole of Sociedad, and the one person him should have signed from Sociedad was Itzhak. Him never signed him. Arteta have him like a Spanish agenda going. Not like couldn't realize. Him couldn't find him realize the Marino shit where him to put him a striker. Bro, listen. Right, it's like this. The man them say if Madueke was to 30 mil, then it would have been a better signing than 50. No, fucking Madueke. Make Bombaclot Crystal Palace go fucking sign Madueke blood. Leave the Maduekes of the world to the Crystal Palaces of the world, the Bournemouths of the world, and these shit teams. If you wanna try for win trophies, and what you do? Sign Chelsea shit. Every time Chelsea fuck up, them say, every time FFP, bro, listen. Every time FFP comes on Chelsea, the man them just call Arsenal. every time a financial fair play, the man them just ring Arsenal phone. Yo, we have a player for you. Hello, big guy. We got a player for you. Sterling on loan. You man crack. And they talk about, oh, we're going to win the league. Win what league?
Yeah, the Sterling alone was crazy. That was crazy. That was mad.
Are you man mad? The whole summer people are because, yo, we want to sign in. We want to sign. Oh, look, Sterling.
So we saying Havertz misses out then? Because I don't think Gyökeres don't miss out.
Bro.
I think he'll play Havertz on the left before he misses out. I'm not going to lie.
That's why I think it's Zubimendi.
I don't think it'll be Zubimendi.
I think Odegaard, Rice, and Gyökeres are dead certs.
You have this wrong. Odegaard?
Yes.
Yo!
I don't think he drops his captain.
What you mean? Arteta is a dickhead. Bro, listen, you know this. Bro, like, what we're talking about?
Yo, back in the day.
Yo, Arteta and Zinchenko was like this in the blood. When last you see Zinchenko start a game?
Yeah, that's because of Dunsey, man. Dunsey had the nasty agenda running, but that's why.
You're welcome.
Because he is. I hear it because he was like that with Rice too. Like, not Rice, Ben White. But again, I just can't see it. Gyökeres, everything to right. He's the marquee signing as well.
Arteta is an opportunist. Once your form drops, you're liable to get cut. Trust
unless
me.
you're Odegaard. We watch Odegaard.
Unless you're Odegaard. Odegaard could be missing a leg and he would still start.
The reason is him don't like Ethan.
You don't like one.
You don't like Wanyeri, brother. And then what's worse is you know what? Just listen. Just complete my summer. Just send Wanyeri to Chelsea, please.
Oh, no, absolutely not.
No, but you don't deserve it. Big man thing.
Gyökeres whole bench. So your marquee signing, the guy who scored all of these goals before he's got here, the guy everyone's looking to, the celebration thing and all of that.
And
stuff.
then, yeah, because you know what a waste
against United at OT.
What a waste of a celebration. Because if him got Manchester United, me can do. If him got any time, but Arsenal, me can do the celebration. No, me can do it.
They playing us opening day and Gyökeres is on the bench. Bear in mind, obviously, if he joined late,
he's not going to be on the bench.
Let's say if he joined,
he will not be on the bench.
Also. Yeah, I can't see him. I think it's Zubimendi. I don't think he drops Havertz.
No, he's going to drop
No,
Havertz.
we'll see. Come. Say that again. What'd you say, Veo?
I think he does drop Havertz because he's.
So you think Havertz misses out?
Yeah. I think he does, because if you're going to have a balanced midfield, which Arteta attempts to do more often than not, right? I think he drops Kai, because if Kai was joked about or said in jest that he's going to be the 9, that he's going to be an impact player coming off the bench. I think Arsenal are a lot stronger with what they're doing this summer, and you play those guys, especially signing them in the summer and playing a big game like United. Now
he's not dropping Havertz. He's not.
Remember as well, Havertz was signed to play midfield.
Yeah. Like Moreno, and they're so shit in their position, so they bung them up front, treat them like kids. That's what it is. You see with kids, yeah. When you get your kids, you put the fittest player up front. No, I'm not having it. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, he refuses to drop this dude. This is why I'm standing with Flawless. Like, he's gonna try and find a way to shoehorn him in. Yeah, this is why we're gonna sign Madueke, they pussy. Or you know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you, there's a reason why we're not sorry to interrupt. There's a reason why. There's a reason why we have not signed a true left wing. Okay, just saying. Watch out for Havertz on the left. He's played on the wings before. The guy basically hangs out on the right wing already. Look at his heat map from the past season. He's literally yeah. Don't be surprised. That's all I'm saying.
You know what? You know what's crazy? I wouldn't even be surprised if it happened.
No. I wouldn't be surprised either. I wouldn't be surprised either.
Yeah. If he wants a position, he can play in the
money on the bench. Like Pop said,
people don't understand. People don't understand.
You know what? That's not too bad.
2 years ago, that he is going to live and die by this signing.
Who's your left back?
Miles Lewis-Skelly.
You could see him putting Kai out wide and then bringing him centrally with.
It would not surprise me at all. If he has Havertz inverting from some fullback position, it would not surprise me,
bro.
But then you have to drop Timber or MLS, and those are two of our best players.
The squad building exercise is just crazy. It's just crazy, like brother.
And to answer this
We've not
question,
seen
Gam,
Arteta do more with less, though.
I think Gyökeres, if you before you go there, I think if Gyökeres joins Arsenal, he's the starting nine and starts
Facts.
He starts games if he's fit. Only
Yeah.
time he don't start is if he's injured or
And that's the Arteta work.
or if he's coming back from injury or if it's a cup game or
All
something
right,
like
Mama tell you.
Yeah.
Mama tell you the confirmation you need for see.
Go on.
First of all, you have to wait till Gyökeres actually start.
That's
Number
the-
one, number two.
Yeah, preseason.
When he starts Gyökeres, you have to watch the team formation and how they play. Because if they don't play to Gyökeres' strengths, you know that Arteta has not changed the system to fit him in, and he's throwing him under the bus. So is he immediately gonna start him?
Yeah.
Play him in an original system which suits a false nine, watch him struggle so he can have an excuse to bench him, or he's going to tailor the system to the strengths of Gyökeres and have it be like a mixture of strengths, Gyökeres Saka.
Yeah.
Where
I see that. Yeah.
you get me? I said because you have to tailor the system to both of their strengths.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like forget Rice and all of them, man.
They're your two best attackers. Yeah.
Especially Rice.
I think
You
TJ
get
and
me?
Dante are going to be excited this season.
So
Here we go.
No, with the attack. Lex, no, with the attack, I think they're going to be excited to see that.
They don't even know what free they're gonna get.
And mate, with Madueke.
hey, what
They
going
don't
for
even
this
know
brother,
what-
man?
Ignore Madueke. That's
Ignore
That's not
Madueke.
working.
Yo, you know, say you never said that with the intention for us to ignore Madueke, Vito.
No, I did. I said no. Ignore that.
Oh,
He's
so
not
no,
playing.
no, you're not
Let
bullshitting,
me ask you
Vito.
a
All of
question.
a
So
sudden,
let's say
excited.
hypothetically,
They're gonna be excited.
Vito,
Yo,
let
this
me ask
guy
you a
is a
question.
dangerous
Let me
brother.
ask you a genuine question. That's why he's here. So let's say they do sign Madueke and they sign Gyökeres because it seems they're going to sign both. What do you think Arteta's starting front four is? So the 10, the right winger, the left winger, and the striker. With those two additions alongside everyone, what do you think they go with?
Madueke doesn't start.
Agreed.
I get
Agreed, which is why 50 million is crazy. Keep going. Sorry.
But what do you think the four? I'm asking you, who do you think the starting four is?
The 50 mil is the used to be 30 mil. Look at what United spoiled the market with their 60 million buys.
Blame us. Yeah.
I gotta blame you guys.
Yeah,
Everything
yeah.
is inflated now. But
Everything's how much you spent in the last 6 months?
Yeah, gonna make him bring up the picture. Leave the picture alone, Vito.
Hey, I got nothing.
You had the Verts picture on rep.
Yeah, am I go with the That's exactly what am I gonna do.
No, I'm not bringing anything up. I would
Alright,
prefer
yeah,
to spend that money on 3 versus 1, but that's a
But
conversation.
yeah,
for
Vega,
another
can I
time.
get though? Who do you think that? I'm not even going to argue that. I just genuinely want to know who you think Arsenal starting for. What starting for does Arteta go with, in your opinion?
So the striker that they signed in the summer is
So
starting.
Gyökeres is 9. Who's
Absolutely.
the 10? Who do you have as the 10?
The 10's going to be their current captain.
Odegaard, right wing Saka, I'm guessing, yeah?
Absolutely. Saka
And then
doesn't
left,
get
who do
dropped.
you think they have?
It doesn't matter how often he's
left
limping, he doesn't get dropped. Who else?
wing? Yeah, and how, who do you think he has left wing?
Now the left wing. Okay, let me speak. Let me try to speak for Arteta for a little bit. I don't think he's going to want too much change.
He's definitely Arteta's lawyer,
No.
man.
I don't think he's going to want too much change, right? Let's get some consistency, like Lex was just flexing about. If he's going to tailor a system, don't throw in too many variables. So they can serve a good system for their new striker, and they can also obviously get the best out of Saka because we know what Saka is, right? So I think you're probably starting Martinelli. You're probably starting Martinelli.
I'm actually in agreement with you. I think that's their front four as well.
And again, will there be some variation as the season goes on? Yeah, but I think that's probably what he's going to lean on, and we'll know more in the preseason.
Brother, listen.
You know, Rice.
Listen.
What is Lex about to do? See, I'm talking sensible. I'm talking football.
Yeah. So Rice is in the pivot.
You can't
who do
trick
you
me.
think plays alongside Rice? Is it
Me
Zubimendi?
attack?
No. I'm asking Vega before you go. So we've got your front four. I'm guessing you got Rice. He'll play in the midfield alongside with Odegaard as well. Who do you think gets the other midfield spot? Do you think it's Zubimendi or do you think it's Havertz?
No, I think it's Zubimendi again.
Okay, so you're dropping Havertz.
I think you have to.
Okay.
You know what Havertz is. You know what he is. And I
Does
think
he
the
know
signing.
No. We know what he is. Does that tell?
Well, yes, Arteta, because he was able to actually he got a tune out of him by playing him at 9 when he didn't sign him as a 9, right? So now that he has a proper 9, then he's going to have to fall back. Kai Havertz is going to fall back either as a supporting role for maybe filling as a sub, or he's going to be playing in the midfield for what he was signed for. But I think you probably, and we all joke, we all tease, we all mess with you guys with regards to Rice, but I think Rice kind of has to have his hand held a little bit, right? He's not an 8, he's not a 6. You know what I mean? He can't really do those roles independently. He's got to be in tandem. So I think a strong midfield is Rice, that hybrid 8 or whatever he's going to do. You got Odegaard and you got Zubimendi. I think it flows. I think it flows. There's no gas in there trying to slip you guys up or try to do anything that Lex is accusing me of. I'm here as a
it's just crazy that they spent all this money and
all right. First of all, it don't matter what starting lineup, it ain't gonna do shit. You get me?
What?
Once Martinelli is on the pitch, what we're talking about? It on a half a sign Eze. You man literally spend the Eze money pan Madueke. On a better find the Eze money as well, blood.
Agreed.
You better find the Eze money as well, because bro, you need creativity. You need it. You have a striker with the potential to score a bunch of goals, blood. You need to bin Martinelli. Stop this loyalty to these man, fam. Like, you man should have got rid of Jesus by now. Got rid of Zinchenko. You should have get rid of all of these man by now. You let Partey leave on a free. You could, bro. Just forget all of this, man. Big man thing. Just forget Asta. Yo, we have a different discussion. Wow. Big man thing.
we was on. Obviously, we was on.
It don't make no sense.
It don't make no sense. We were talking about Kudus the Spurs. Actually, because you left before that, and we don't really talk about Kudus the Spurs. Thoughts on that? Thoughts on Kudus as a player as well?
Amazing player. But it does raise some questions, because the same way I was like, I'm trying to understand a player's motivation to go to this Manchester United. I'm trying to understand.
Them win a trophy, Vita.
No, they win a Europa League.
Yeah,
them in the Champions League.
European trophy. They won. Don't forget that.
I get it.
Them have Thomas Frank. Hey,
what Sorry, Lex. Did Flawless ask me or ask you?
No. You know why? You know why may intervene? You know why? Because you're gonna start this bullshit again. You have this Tottenham agenda, and now you're trying to prop Arsenal. I don't know what, bro. You're mixed up.
I want to hear what he's got to say on this. We haven't.
Let Vita land, bro, brother. I listen.
I
look,
genuinely want to know what he's got to say about this.
I'm looking at the landing strip, blood.
Yeah.
Let him land. This is a helicopter. It's not a plane. This is a helicopter.
Yeah, man. All right, cool. Yeah, all right.
It's a helipad.
Helipad. So, no, I got a question. Honestly, I got to question this player's motivation. I got to question this player's ambition, because, again, I'm not trying to gas up Arsenal, but I do know the reality of what Spurs are, despite them winning a Europa, right? Unimaginable circumstances. They were 17th in the league. This player isn't going to Spurs with his chances of getting European success, right? Daily, weekly, he's going to be judged on the Prem. He's going to be competing in the Prem. Do any of us believe that? Do any of us believe that Spurs are going to go on a Champions League run?
Who? Hold on. Out of Arsenal or Tottenham, Vita, who was the last to be in a Champions League final? Who?
Okay, when was the last time they were in the Champions League?
Vader, he wasn't linked with Arsenal, by the way. He was linked heavily.
You're very upsetting. You know that.
No, I'm not.
You know what upset me the most about Vita? He does all of this with a straight face.
No, but that's because you think I'm trying to do something.
I'm not thinking, Vita. It's not. God,
you're not.
It is fact. It is fact.
Okay.
It is fact.
I'm gonna have to get you two on the show together on a regular.
Big man thing. No,
look. There's not enough. No, there's not enough hours in a day. We can't do that.
But you understand, Flawless. You understand. Question this player's ambition, like Arsenal been doing anything.
And by the way, Kudus wasn't Arsenal. Chelsea were the team who were interested in him heavily. It was Chelsea.
Okay.
Go on, Vader. Carry on as you were. So you're questioning his ambition because of where. So you don't think Spurs with Thomas Frank potentially Visa, potentially a couple other players added a good proposition?
No.
Damn.
I think they're improved. But if we're going to look at anything consistently, if we're going to look at anything with regards to heritage,
Yo, brother.
this player could have chosen anywhere else but Spurs.
Vita, just be objective, no Jesus Christ.
I am being objective.
Carry on.
If he was going to pick, if he had his choice of any club, right? If Chelsea were interested, in him, and he had his choice of Chelsea and Spurs, it makes no sense for him to go to Spurs. Yeah, they won Europa, but what are they going to do?
What do you mean?
So you think Chelsea, or you reckon he should have held off? Because reports came out, this is before today, that even though all he wants is Spurs. So even though Chelsea were interested and it was like it was going to make a bid, reports said that Kudus wanted Tottenham Hotspur.
Yeah, exactly. Let me ask the panel this, okay? Not my answer. What do you think is his best position?
Right wing.
I think from the right. But I think he's a very capable 10.
So right wing, I understand why he's like, you know what, Chelsea, I got to fight over there with potentially Cole Palmer.
So he's a coward.
No, like I said, I'm questioning his mentality. I'm questioning his ambition.
That's coward behavior.
Done. I didn't say it. Lex, I didn't say it. Lex, I didn't say it.
Done.
Lex, I didn't say it.
Don't start this Arsenal Tottenham bullshit, man.
Lex,
Just
I didn't
come
say
on,
it.
man. Come on, blood.
By the way, I think, just to clarify, I think he starts for both clubs. And I don't think there's a debate.
You think he starts on the
Chelsea
right wing?
if he goes there? He starts for Chelsea. Yes.
Him start for Arsenal if him good. Just play him on the left.
Only if he plays on the left, yes.
Yeah, he starts for Arsenal on the left. He starts for Chelsea, whether it's right or left. And he starts for Spurs, whether it's right or left.
I can do this Veta thing too, you know.
No, there's no Vader thing. My question is, my wonder, what it do, Sheik? My wonder is, why weren't Newcastle interested in him? Why wasn't he interested in Newcastle?
They were too busy signing Alenga.
Nah, you know what it was? I don't think Newcastle went in for him because Newcastle got rejected by a few other players before him.
Hey, brother,
they went in for João Pedro, and there's someone else I'm missing. Like they went in for a few players to play over there.
Why we disrespect Tottenham like this? What going?
I don't know. I don't get
It's
it.
Tottenham.
Yeah, the disrespect is crazy for Spurs. European champions and that.
Where you
right, Monty? It's crazy.
But the man them no, but bro, you can at least be a little bit objective. Yeah, like man them just why would he go to Tottenham? Oh my God,
if he had his choice, I'm surprised that he picked.
He had his choice.
Yeah, exactly, and I'm surprised that was his choice.
Yeah, come on, why you go Chelsea, Bridging? The man them have like a 52 player squad still. Them just over there so do a bag of bandulu stuff. Sometimes man just no want that headache, blood. Man just want.
They're in a Club World Cup final. They're playing in Champions League.
So Spurs.
Spurs because they won Europa.
Yeah,
they didn't.
What them do? No, why them? Tell me why they won a trophy.
Chelsea is a better proposition.
And next thing to Veta. Not everybody wants to play for a dickhead named Arteta, blood. Or what the other guy name? What the other guy name? Yeah, him. No, the two of them are dickheads.
Don't disrespect former Manchester City assistant manager. I'm not going to let you do that.
No. Fuck Arteta. Get him the fuck out of my club. If you want to say that, take him out your club.
Listen. Arteta is a dickhead. I don't care. Maresca is a dickhead. I don't care. Who else? There's more.
Yeah. This disrespect needs to stop. We need to look at the club, not just the manager. We need to look at the club.
A dickhead.
I'm just saying, Chelsea is a bad proposition
right now. I agree.
Chelsea, I agree. It shocked me when he was like, "Oh, I only want Spurs," when Chelsea was interested.
Yes,
in.
That verbiage.
I think Chelsea are a better proposition. I don't think it's worlds apart.
All right, it's a better proposition, but Thomas Frank is a better manager than what that brother name?
Maresca. His name is Maresca, man.
Yeah.
How consistent have Spurs been in terms of their success the last 5 years?
Not very, no.
They've been very consistent at being shit.
This player should be looking at signs like that.
What? Oh, I'm sorry.
You forget the Flowers a Tottenham fan.
Yeah, I know. And all this prop about winning third-rate trophies in the worst Europa League field we've ever seen.
Hey,
But
it's second tier, man. Don't do that. It's a second tier
whatever.
trophy.
Nah, third tier. Freaking FA Cups and Carabao Cups are harder to win.
What? I'm not saying that. That ain't me. Don't shoot at me.
Harder to win that one.
15th place versus 16th place at the time for the Europa League.
Yeah, man. Hey, blame everyone
you
that
need
was
to
else that was in the
Hey
Europa
brother,
League, man.
hey brother,
Bilbao
hey
was in
brother. Hold on now. How many times your little Arsenal team lose to all of the shit Europa teams? All of them.
Back when the competition actually meant something. But yeah,
no,
that's
you
cool.
know why it meant something? Because all of the big teams from the Champions League came down, but you still lost to the shit teams, Olympiacos and them, man, blood.
Still a different competition.
No, but you cannot. All right, first of all,
okay,
because
so what? No. Let me ask you a question, Lex.
I gotta take off the Arsenal dependent coat and just put on my original coat.
No. Lex. 1 second. What Europa League trophy means more? 2019 for Chelsea, and I'll ask the chat this too. 2019 Chelsea at Baku when they beat us, or Tottenham's recent Europa League?
Well, first things first.
Just answer the question.
No. Understand that. You know that's not how that works with me. Just answer
I know. So you're a context person,
me.
just like Vader. Cool. You guys got something in common.
Hey, listen. Say anything you want to say. Listen. First of all, we don't do nothing means more. Trent
You're Liverpool. What?
No. That is it. That is fucking it. That means more is banned in my vocabulary.
Oh, because of Trent.
Yes, because that Trent said means more. Like, you need more. You want to talk about means more? All right, we get that out of the way. No,
Trent 12, by the way. Trent 12.
Anyway, you wait. You wait. Man, you see when I make my channel? You see when my finally start make videos, I go invite you just to kick you off for the fucking stream.
Yeah, you need to start as well, actually.
Big man thing. All right, look. First, that's the first thing. Second things, brother, it don't matter. You get the same rewards. You get a trophy and you get to go in the Champions League.
It matters. No, it absolutely matters.
But did the competition quality dwindle? Of course it did. But it's still
the quality of the competition is not as good as it was.
Hey, look at the team. Like I say, I don't know where Leon finished. Bilbao finished where? 4th in La Liga. There's teams who finished high in their domestic leagues who just got knocked out. It just shows the levels of European football in general. Because Bilbao finished 4th. Leon finished where? I know they've appealed the relegation. I think
they finished like 5th, 6th or so.
Yeah, 5th or 6th. So they were top 6 in Ligue 1. Bilbao were top 4 in La Liga. I'm sure if I run through the teams in the semifinals, quarterfinals, round of 16s, them teams was high up in there.
I mean, you can say the same about Conference League too. Obviously, you're going into the freaking Euros to find the teams that actually play. But
come on, man, there's teams there like your garden.
All I know is this year's
PG.
Yeah, I know this year's. But all I'm saying is this year's Conference League is just as good as the Europa League.
I'll keep it on it, man. I'll keep it 100, man. That whole narrative, like, did it get weaker? And you can probably make the argument about because teams don't drop down to the Europa League. Yeah, you can take it weaker, but even if you go and look at the last 20 years of the teams that actually won the competition, it's been only 3 teams, bro. It's been only 3 teams that dropped down to the competition that actually ended up winning the competition. And even when you make intensive research about the teams who actually dropped down, most of the time, these are the teams who actually are Europa League qualities. They're not much different. No, we don't.
Respect Real
Garden or who else? Or Noah or who else?
Yeah. You know what, Flawless? You know what's so funny about that? Because same Arsenal, we lose to all of them dead side anyways. If you man in the Europa, you still wouldn't win it, blood.
Nah, they would have beat Noah. They would have beat your Garden and Noah. They might have lost to
brother.
We would have dog walked both of those.
No, because no. You know them.
Yes.
No, Mama tell you what the mother do. Arteta would, your fans would have been like, oh, we got bigger fish to fry, and you would have played some shit ballers who are having on the reserves because they don't even have good subs. So you're gonna play Sterling and them, man, lose to Noah, and then we get for Clonia. And act as
To be
if-
fair, we did not
act as if-
play a shit. We did not play a shit team against Sporting when we dropped out to them.
True.
Yeah,
Hey,
but you can make
hey,
the
listen,
argument.
you just help my argument.
Well, no,
But
no.
I'm
I'm just saying that the squad has improved. Sorry, go ahead, Jess. Go ahead, buddy.
I can make the argument that Frankfurt, this year's Frankfurt that we played, was on similar level as the Sporting team. I don't think the levels are far apart. Like I'm coming from a point of like teams that actually do drop down to the competition in previous years. I'm far apart from the teams that were in the competition this year. When you go and really look at it, I think it's just easy to make the point of how I think it's an easy cop out, to be honest, saying that just because the competition got weaker. But when you
go, shout out to Dante, you had to dip as well. Big up Dante.
Big up Dante.
Yeah, obviously, like, but it doesn't matter to me. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Like Europa League is Europa League, man. It don't matter what type of season you have, what type of team you have to play. Like,
okay. If Arsenal had won that competition, I would have to be defending it like you're defending it now. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, no, but if you want to do it, that's fine. Like nobody. Yes, you're gonna. Yes,
if we had won the Europa League and made the Champions League, people would be like, oh, it's a shit trophy. Arsenal are second tier. Like it's the same thing.
That's called football tribalism, though. That's always gonna happen. That's always gonna happen. Depending on how you want to see it.
You know, the most you get out of me, TJ, I'd have said congratulations for winning it, but it was still a shit trophy. But at least you would have get a congratulations. You get me?
See, I'm never going to congratulate Tottenham ever.
Yeah, but you.
I'm happy for Jacob.
And then while you said that, you see this brother who just said that about Kudus have the ambition. You notice? All right. Not just the picture. This brother has no loyalty to nothing. Is a true City fan blood?
I have loyalty to my club. That's it.
First things first. No. I have a question for you, Veta. What team did you support before City got bought out?
What team did I support before City got bought out? Well, I was a Toronto FC fan, but that was after City got bought out.
Later.
When did you start watching football, Vale? Not even to do with that. Like, when did you get into the game? Actually, we never actually asked you this. I've never actually asked you this. What year?
I played as a kid. But I wasn't able to watch Prem until my parents, because it's premium. You have to.
Yeah, I get that.
I come from humble means. So until they bought the satellite dish to be able to get the Prem games.
You see this read about humble means.
Nah, I get it. So we say 2000s.
Yeah, 2000.
Okay. Before we continue, though, hey, hold that thought just 1 second. Big up to Sheik for the raid. Big up everyone who's joined over from the raid. Run up the likes. There's over 200 of you lot in the building. You lot definitely entertained. So make sure you run up the likes. About 60 likes, people. 20 more, man. Get us up to 80 likes. Hit that subscribe button as well. Hit the notification bell. Subscribe to TJ Warren TV. Subscribe to Veta Games TV as well. Both links are underneath in the description. Both channels are featured on the featured channel page. Or you can just go to YouTube yourself. Type in TJ Warren TV and subscribe. Type in Veta Games TV and subscribe. So support the man. Yeah, go on, Jess. So what are you gonna say?
No, actually, no. Because the original reason why I came here actually is because obviously because Veta was talking about I'm questioning Kudus' ambition in terms of why he wanted to join Tottenham, and obviously I got it's literally past it now. I'm literally just chilling and was listening in, and don't get twisted. I'm not gonna sit here and say that like if there's better clubs that a certain player of a caliber of a player can go to and join. Sometimes people do ask the question like, okay, why did you choose that other club and that? Bear in mind, by the way, what was actually reported, which a lot of people don't know, is Kudus' main and preferred option was Liverpool. He wanted to go Liverpool. If so, the fact that knowing that you have somebody like a Saliba in front of you and still wanting to go to a Liverpool if Liverpool ever came in for you, that just means he would have had the ambition to go and challenge himself. But he didn't just see himself, for whatever reason, he didn't want to go to Chelsea. That's okay. Like I feel like sometimes we shouldn't go at players and be like, what type of ambition? It's the same thing as the Nico Williams thing when a lot of people was calling him out saying that he has no ambition. But what if the players find to be a bit longer in at Ed's Bilbao because he's like how old? 21, 22 years old. Kudus is 24. Just because he signed at Tottenham doesn't mean he can stay his whole career at Tottenham. He can always move on if he wants to, and especially if he puts in certain type of performances and he can show at the bet. Because one thing, what West Ham and Tottenham is a bigger stage than West Ham, 100%.
Yeah.
Regardless of what anybody
Oh, yeah,
wants
of
to say,
Mhm.
it's
Yeah.
a much bigger stage,
True.
and that's why he was so willing, despite how much West Ham despises us. He was willing to say, you know what, fuck all my ties with West Ham. I'm willing to come to Tottenham. So he may see it from a point of view. I'm guaranteed game time to show my skills at a better environment. Lex already said it. Thomas Frank, who works magic with any sort of attackers that he gets, improves everybody, makes everybody who's average or even lower than average, makes him better. So I feel like he may even look at it from a perspective of like, what if I can see myself in a better situation in 3 years' time? That could also be a reason why he wants to come and join Tottenham and not want to wait for Chelsea, because we saw how quickly a turnaround can happen at Chelsea. Chelsea's
Yeah.
look when we compare on Chelsea's attack from last season to how many attackers they already brought in and looking to bring in. Who's to say that he cannot be misfortune? Maybe that he falls up with the manager, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, you get linked to Arsenal.
Jess,
Like,
this is the thing. This is the thing. And you notice how we all remained quiet. We let you finish your point.
Yeah.
If this was me trying to make it, these mans would have interrupted.
You're always a victim, dude. I can't believe it.
No. I'm just pointing out a difference. The fact that you're the Spurs fan making this point, I completely get it, and I'm listening. Right now, your own words said that this player might have chose Spurs because he's looking as a in-between club. Right, he can go in and play consistently on a larger stage, and maybe move on to that next club after you. Now, if I had said it, I'm wrong for that. Right?
You know what's funny?
Oh,
You know what's funny?
Now
You know what's funny?
Me. Jazz,
You
you
know
were able
what's funny?
to go now, Lex. Go ahead, Lex. Go ahead.
You never said it, Vito.
No, I asked what's the player's mentality? What's he thinking? What's the motivation? What's the ambition to going to Spurs? I asked the question. I didn't say that he didn't have it.
Brother,
I didn't say that he lacked it.
you
I'm
said
asking him,
questioning his motive as opposed to saying, wonder why he would move there. It's two different things.
what?
You get what I'm saying?
Lex,
You
Jez
said
just
I
explained
have to question his ambition. That's
Yes,
totally different from what Jez is saying.
Jez heard what I had to say. He was off the show, came back onto the show, and you know what? I heard what Vader was bringing up, and here's my take on it. Fair. You heard what the man said. Maybe he's looking at, you know what? I'm going to showcase my skills on a larger scale. No disrespect to West Ham, and then maybe the next contract. And he said, and I wasn't aware of this, that he was looking at Liverpool. You didn't bring. I didn't hear the fact that Liverpool were in the mix for it. It makes a lot of sense on a player that.
Sorry. Like, what it was is that obviously Liverpool didn't have interest in him this summer, but what out of all his preferred options where he would like to go, it would be Liverpool.
Yes, but I get it because Liverpool aren't going to sign him on whatever that price tag would be for him just to sit for 2 years, right? Because he's best on the right, and then he'd have to be in and out on that left with regards to whoever they might go out and get, because they're rumored to go out and get Rodrigo, but obviously who they already have right there right now. So I get the thinking in terms of, you know what, I'm not going to waste 2 years at Liverpool because I know I'm going to be fighting, or I'm not even going to get a chance to actually showcase myself with Salah over there consistently. And you know what? Let me take my chances over at Spurs. I was just posing the question. I wasn't coming through with no angle. I wasn't trying to side diss. I was asking the question because this player had a chance, and he chose
Vito, sure.
I think the problem is, at the end of the day, it's always perception. You know, like even me, man. I know Ivan. I'm cool with Vito, man. But sometimes it's. When you can sometimes, you know, you say like sometimes you can just smell the bullshit miles away. This is what people just think about you, man. So it's like,
I get that. It's because you know what?
You know what is people could spot that a mile off in the city.
If you tell a lie enough, because if I got TJ, if I got Flawless, if I got Lex, if I got Hussam, if I got have all these people that invite me on their channel, and when they introduce me to their audience, they say gaslighter, extraordinaire, and all this kind of stuff. What else are they going to believe?
I didn't say, but here the thing is,
I didn't say you. I said Yeah, I
cool.
mentioned you.
Yeah,
you. But everyone that I'm linking up with, when they introduce me as a gaslighter, if you happen to introduce me as a gaslighter, then I am speaking about you. But when you put that out there, then what are they going to expect?
But the thing is, I say that one, I didn't say that from the jump from when we first met. Secondly, I can say that, but only you can back that up. So I don't tell only that, because if I say that and you don't do it, the audience is gonna go, no, you're not. That's like me saying, hey, welcome to the show, just a very unbalanced Spurs fan. And then they hear his takes and hear he's very balanced.
You know what is funny?
If
you know what is so funny?
Go on.
So hold on.
This brother is gaslighting us about him being called a gaslighter. Literally.
You know what the funny thing is?
Go.
The funny thing is, I often, TJ knows this, I go back and watch the shows.
TJ
I go back and listen to the shows. Actually, I don't.
Shut up, Lex.
Sometimes I can't. Sometimes I can't watch, but I listen. I go back and listen to the shows, and I'm like, these guys are expecting me to gaslight, but I came through just bringing an opinion, and they just didn't like the opinion. I wasn't gaslighting; they just didn't like my opinion. So
it's not necessarily that you're gaslighting a lot.
Thank you.
It's also the way, the annoying way, the up nose way, the upward pointed nose way that you make your points.
And points. Like this brother want to make a point. Say, Lex finally won the league, but him never said the Liverpool fans are so happy, after trying for so long, they finally won the league. Him put it as if, after so long for begging for the league or some bullshit. You get what I say? That's what him do. That's what him do. So even when him make a good point, him show jobs.
Look,
it's
the same reason why Flawless. It's the same reason why Flawless gets called a criminal. Because he will, this guy will be robbing a jewelry store and he will smile at the camera and wave. It's the way that he says things.
Okay.
And he knows he's getting away with it. You do the same thing, only in a gaslighting sense. That's all.
It's crazy. I got called a criminal. I have no idea why, but we move.
Are you? Oh my God.
You have no idea why.
I have zero idea why. I be asking questions and people go.
Probably, I would say lock you up again, but you would just get out of jail somehow. That's what I'm hearing.
Like this. Even though Jez just made a good point or whatever, this man somehow managed to reconstruct what Jez was saying to make it seem as if that's what he was saying.
I was asking
when it wasn't. But because he posed a question, it gives him the room to reshape it into the point Jez was making. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. That wasn't the point he was trying to make.
I wasn't trying to make a point.
No,
I was asking a question.
Him did not try to say Kudus now have no ambition, blood.
No, I was questioning. I was wondering what it is.
Yo.
I'll be honest. I'll be honest. It was for me. It was the tone. That's why I felt like, you know what? I had to
just join back. It was that bad.
Exactly that.
I just joined back. That's why, because of what you said, is why I just joined back.
That's fair. That's fair. I'm engaging
like what you said.
I look at the audience.
So hold on the floor. Let's
get them back.
So Jez respond to him because Jez realized that him are going with bullshit. And him take what Jez has said for trying to make it seem as if what Jez is saying is what he was calling into question in the first place.
That I was asking.
Beta, what you do for a living? Because you must be a rocket scientist or some shit.
Let me work on my tone. I was asking what is the reason? What might be the reason why he chose Spurs? Right? So I threw out a lot of examples. Is it ambition? Is it mentality? Right? Is it belief in winning at Spurs? Like, you got to ask all those things. Like, did he weigh his options?
All right, Beta, why you gotta ask?
He is only 24 though, so he can move. Like, Spurs is not like he's 28 and it's his final move. If he performs well at Spurs in the next 2 years, a bigger club is going to go in and get him.
Yeah, and it's the
Fair.
thing as
Whether it's in
well.
the Premier League or it's in Europe. If he does what
If
he's
I
supposed
catch
to,
any of you
that's
men's asking mentality of another player at a quote unquote larger club than Spurs, watch out.
But I don't think. But the thing is, though,
Who's ever
most
done
people
that
don't.
though? This is never a
That's the thing, I
conversation.
No, so when I bring it up now, Lex is trying to make it like I'm pointing something out differently that we haven't asked of players.
But
that
I feel like we use. I feel like my issue is here. We use like Spurs like extreme example, like we using Spurs in the same category as like Fulham, for example. Like Spurs has been attracting footballers like over the last couple of seasons. It's not like and I'm like
as soon as the player, all right, Jess, suppose him did go on different team. He wouldn't have said that. He wouldn't have said that, you know.
Yes, I would have.
He said, "Oh, I gotta question his motive. Why did he go to Spurs? It's only because it's Spurs."
No, it's not only because it's Spurs.
Yeah, blood.
It's
So
because
then,
of
hold on. You know how you know, Jess?
You know how Lex is fraudulent. You know how he's a fraud right now. No, you. Yes, you.
So you can try to gaslight me.
No, I'm not gonna gaslight you. I'm gonna break it down simple.
Wait. Before you even go, I'm gonna tell you why. Because when I said you can't treat me innovator, you can't treat me. When I said, when was the last time Spurs went to a Champions League final as opposed to Arsenal? And then you man say, yo, it's Chelsea. And then they say, yeah. Why wouldn't he go to Chelsea over Spurs? He was questioning this guy's ambition. Now him a try to make it seem like I never that him did I do. Veta, what? Veta, just drop the act. Just stop it.
No. Okay, here. And let me explain, everybody in the chat. There's no way that I'm gonna be on Lex's channel for him to kick me off this channel. Just so you know, when Lex's channel's popping and it's live, I'm not on this channel because I'm not gonna join the channel for him to kick me off. That's first and foremost. Now, what I want to break
because I gotta kick you off.
What I'm gonna break down.
It's not even a joke. I'm not even a joke. I'm dead serious. You man think me said that for comedic effect.
Nah, we believe. Trust me, we believe you. It's funny what you said, but I believe you 110%. Without that, that's why when you say why you are laughing, because the way you deliver it, Lex, is hilarious. Yeah, I believe you. I believe what you are saying. It's just funny how you deliver it. That's all.
I tell you.
It's all in the delivery of the message. I think is how we're gonna do it. Yeah.
It's my tone. I get it.
Yeah.
Now, the reason why I'm saying that how Lex is moving right now is fraudulent is because I'm questioning it this year in the context of what it is. This is a Spurs team that finished 17th. Yes, they won Europa, so they're playing Champions League. But even last season or the season prior to that, they have not been a consistent club. Yes, they just brought in a new manager. There's hopes of what they can do, but this player would have looked at the landscape and had other choices. I'm wondering what made him say, you know what, my best chance, what I want for my career,
self-belief, beta.
Okay.
Kudus is looking at this team, and Kudus said, I am the guy to bring these men to consistency.
Just like Cunha, just like Embuemo. I get it. They think that they're going to change.
You see that, Flawless? You see that?
See what?
That's insane. The examples you just threw out there are absolutely insane.
You get what man say? And look, a straight fucking face.
Wait. Hold on. Is that not the same consistent thinking? Did my example not fit with what you're saying?
No, see, the thing is, because we could have
like send shots to Flawless.
No, see, okay. You get what man say? No, Jess, hold on.
Him just send shots.
See, this is the problem. You think that I'm doing my Drake subliminals? There was no shot. There was no side diss. Hey, if you're trying to explain the same mentality, I want to bring the example
naturally.
Home.
You must just naturally be a
difference between the two in regards to I've mentioned to you before. If they are successful here at Manchester United and bring Manchester United back to the top and they are part of that, they go down. There's not only gods in Manchester, they are remembered in the Premier League as two of the greatest wherever you rank them. Whereas Spurs, This ain't even no disrespect to Spurs. If Kudus does what he's supposed to in the next 2 to 3 years, a bigger club than Spurs is going to go in for him, whether that's in the Premier League or in Europe. Same way Kane was there for all the years before he got the move. Same with Son. Same way we've seen Bale move, Modric. The list goes on. You can go all the way back to whenever up until this point, the amount of players who moved on from Spurs and became top players.
Yes, you notice you just make two contradicting arguments in a Flawless. Because you say if Mbeumo and them man bring you man back to the glory days, pretty much. But if Kudus were to bring them to the glory days, why Arsenal, we don't know them now in the trophy. So let's say that's a shot. No, but it's a direct shot. You show no. You get what I say? You just a slip jabs, blood. You just a slip jabs. You put the shoulder so and out of nowhere, boom, the right hand. That's what you do.
Be right back.
All good, TJ. No stress, man. No stress.
You're blind. We. So we sit back and say Veta is about to have a smart, intellectual comment. But in all of the intellectual comment, the first words out of your mouth is just a shock to a next man who not even in the conversation.
No, it wasn't.
We're not even talking about United.
It was to bring it all home with regards to a player.
But Veta, you cannot bring it home without sending a shot. You cannot bring it home.
Everybody in the chat, go back and watch what I watch. Go back a couple seconds back. Go back and watch what I said. All I said was like Cunha and Mbeumo. When Lex brought up,
this brother in the chat, him say he's been passive aggressive for so long he doesn't realize it. That's the message.
Here's the huge difference. And Mbeumo or Cunha, and it could happen because we've seen it happen at Manchester United, is least likely. Like, look at the ages. Actually, I think they're the same ages, but in regards to, it's not a stepping stone step. Could it happen? Yes.
That wasn't an example.
All of our clubs. So that's the huge difference between the two.
Yeah, but Flawless, I wasn't trying to put everything fit perfectly. When Lex brought up the mentality in terms of backing themselves, that's why I said like Cunha and Mbeumo. They're backing themselves to go to a club that had a terrible previous season and have ownership and all those questions, all that is happening around there. And they're like, they're backing themselves to have success over there. So when Lex brought up the backing themselves mentality, I was like you guys, like what's happening over there. Now, I didn't understand any of that. I didn't think any of that until Jen joined the show. One second, Lex. Lex, no, don't step on this. I didn't think of that mentality. I didn't think of that approach in terms of a stepping stone with regards to Spurs.
Until Jess said it.
Him could then don't try to spin it off like you did at that point in the first place. Then Veta.
and that's the issue. And that's the issue.
Yes, two messages. You see,
this is what because to me,
you can't trick me, Veta. You can't trick me.
For me, because let's be honest, man. Like, if Kudus made like a move to Fulham, we all look at them probably be like, okay, why are you joining Fulham? Because I feel like Fulham is always going to be in the steady 11th, 10th, 9th, maybe, or like 14th. With Spurs, we're inconsistent, but when Spurs actually do get their act together, and again, 17th, I do think it's just an anomaly of the season. We still always going to be in European competition, even with West Ham these days, considering when you look at how West Ham is operated. We can't even say if they can get European football on a consistent basis. I can say, with a player of Kudus' ability, let's say Spurs adds to this as well now, which we will. Who's to say that Spurs can't be back in the European, even if we don't going to be in the Champions League next season? Europa League is going to be there, and I think it's possible. But he knows himself. I know I have this quality to add to the team, and I have a belief that this team is going to add more quality to it as well. Because I don't think that we're just going to stop with just Kudus.
Okay.
Like I would understand your point more if Spurs was a football club where we are like sitting mid-table every single time. Like
you get what I say? And that's why I'm bring up the Champions League final thing. Because in there I suck up Arsenal and at this time.
No, I didn't even mention Arsenal. I said of his choices of clubs. I said,
but let me go. This is what I mean. When I was listening in though, to me it sounded like you making Tottenham sound like Crystal Palace in my eyes.
All right.
If you would have, even we all know it was your intention, but let's say hypothetically it wasn't.
We all know
if you would have replaced, if he was going Crystal Palace and you would have said the same things, it would have made more sense. So let's say
why would he go to Tottenham? Oh, why would he go to Tottenham?
I said that. Okay.
Because the thing is,
I said
with
that.
Spurs-
No, but Jez,
Hey,
I said
yeah,
that
yeah,
with regards to the other clubs that are obviously above you guys,
yeah, of course, yeah. No, and I
right?
think, and that's something's fair.
Oh, like Arsenal, we don't win a trophy. All right, go on.
Oh, okay. Like Arsenal that don't win a trophy, but they've
Like
been.
Chelsea were interested in him. So you saying if he would have waited for Chelsea, that would have made more sense to you?
It would have made sense, and that's why I also, because I'm having a conversation. I'm not running agendas. I'm not running any narratives. I asked, what do you guys think is his best position?
Yes.
So as soon as you
Alright,
guys
I
answered
got-
that to me, and Jez, you weren't here, but they said right wing,
Yeah.
and I was like, okay, if that happens to be the case, then what about these other options? And listen, he's going to Spurs now. When we have other players, right?
Smoke screen.
When we have other players that choose to go to or have their options of going to anywhere they can go, right? But they choose to go to a club that have maybe been a little more inconsistent than the other options that they have. I don't want to see any of these guys ask questions about him then.
But then to be fair, but then I go to that stage. Then like, who's asking those type of questions though? About which players though? Like, I can't remember the last time where we questioned the players move to a certain football club.
Yo,
I can't remember that.
not just that. If you want to say, yo, all right, you want to use an example. Instead of use Mbeumo and Cunha, you could have used Nori. And what you call him?
Wait, what
And,
are you doing there?
the rest of the man them where you just signed. Because
Turkey.
yeah,
What-
because yeah,
what was
Turkey
it-
and
what
them.
was it-
No, wait,
What was in your drink? What's in your drink?
No. You know why? Because you never win no trophy last year. So them man join you with the ambition for say, oh, we're going to bring you back to the glory days. So you could have used that example, but you never did that because you want to send shots to Flawless.
No, no, that doesn't. Lex,
You see it.
that doesn't
Chat.
work.
You see it. You see what I say? You see what I say?
No. There's no seeing nothing.
Yeah, man.
That was
Criminal.
inconsistent of us. Last year.
No.
What do you mean no?
No. The
was a
example
blip.
is
was a blip.
applicable, and you ignored that example because you want to chat shit.
No, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense with regards to City, because City had an anomaly type year last year. That no trophy, and we did win the Community Shield, so respect the Community Shield. But we had a season where we did.
Stop that.
No. TJ,
No.
you're not gonna sit there.
If I glorified,
You're not gonna sit there with your
Community
manager
Shield,
that said
I would get 100% raked over the coals by you, by Lex, by the chat. I'm not hearing Community Shield.
No. I'm not propping it up. I'm not gassing it. I'm not saying we did wonders.
Then why even mention it? Then why mention it?
No, because if you don't acknowledge the trophies that you win, then they're meaningless.
It's not a trophy. It's not a trophy. Okay.
All right.
I'm the one that doesn't win
a
trophies,
trophy
and I
is a
don't.
Plate. Let's be real, man. It's a
What?
celebration.
The shame you get disregard. Look, Bundesliga, their title winning is
forget
a
that.
plate.
It's a celebration plate. That's what I'd say. Come on, man. What we doing? Community. You know what? Here's the thing. Why the Community Shield isn't respected? Years ago, it was shared. When the game was drawn, the two teams would share.
Yeah, it's a different
We
trophy.
shared it with Tottenham.
It's the
No,
same
it's
trophy.
different.
It's just a different. No. It's the same trophy. It's just a different name.
I know, but you can't share it anymore. So the quality of the winning it is different than what it was years ago.
Really not. No one's
Can't
ever
share it.
mentioned it, man. No one outside of Arteta, nobody ever mentions it.
No, listen. If any club that wins the Community Shield don't acknowledge the Community Shield, then the trophy is dead. There's no point in doing it. So I'm just
there's no parades for it or anything like that.
yeah.
It's
You
just
don't
a
parade
glorified
it, but you acknowledge that you have it. I wouldn't parade a League Cup and FA Cup, but you still acknowledge it. No, that was not a shot, Lex. I know you celebrated that, but that was because you had something different. That was not a shot.
That was a good one, you know. Hey, spud me, man. That was a good one.
That was not a shot,
was a
bro. That
good
was
one,
not a
spud
shot.
me,
That
man.
was not a
Spud me.
shot.
That was funny, actually.
That was a good one. Yeah.
But I was bringing this back. He can't respond because he's eating right now. My whole point, and I respect Jez for coming back on the show, was again with how he gave some clarity. And I wasn't trying to put Spurs into the Crystal Palace or Fulham. I'm just saying, if the player had options and he chose Spurs with the disaster season, yes, they won Europa, but they had a disaster of a Prem, and they have a new manager. And there's questioning on the quality that they're going to have. Is Son going to be around? What's Son's status? Who you getting rid of? Who you gonna have? Like Jez is obviously gonna know that a lot better than me. But I'm like,
Wissa.
Hey, okay. So if all those things are in step, that's Kudus being like, you know what? You guys have sold me on a project, and I'm here. I wanted some clarity.
And like I said, with him, it's definitely a step up from where he's at. And I'll state this again: if he does what he's supposed to, he'll get a big move. If he goes out there, because we've seen Spurs, there's so many players who have left Spurs, and whether it's clubs in the Premier League who are bigger than Spurs or it's clubs abroad. Literally just seen Harry Kane go. Obviously, he stayed there for an extended period of time. Use him. Son was linked with a move away for years. I'm saying, never mind the likes of Gareth Bale and Modric and the list goes on of teams. Even we watched the manager do it. Poch did that. Poch was at Southampton, went Spurs, did well, and then that's how he got his move to PSG. And then even off the back of that, got his move to Chelsea. Yeah, it failed, but like that's how it became a thing. I mean, that's how we got there. Big up to Sheik as well, man. Run up the likes, hit the subscribe button because you lot are clearly entertained as well. Is there anything with you lot actually? I know it's Arsenal Spurs, but anything with City? There's been no. I've seen no links to any new players, no outgoings, nothing. I'm correct in saying.
I mean, I'm gonna keep this brief. We got some outgoings, but it's kind of like the same old. James McAtee's expected to leave. That's no surprise. Jack Grealish expected to leave. The short list of where he may end up right now, it's rumored that he might go to Newcastle. We'll see how that goes. We're never gonna make up for what his the transfer release clause was, but in terms of what he delivered to us, which was a strong 2 years, after that, he's not shown to be that professional to remain at the club, so we're gonna move him on. So there's gonna be him. Obviously, Kyle Walker's out the door. There's a chance that we might also lose a defender. I'm not too sure which one, but a center back, yeah. Either
you don't need a center back in my opinion. But go on.
I don't think we get a center back, but I think we're going to be in the market for a right back. And there's strong rumors for us to. I mean, I don't know how real it is, but Livramento over at Newcastle. So maybe the talk about Grealish out, Livramento in, possibly to offset what the cost might be. But for us, our weakest point is at right back, where Liverpool get a lot of respect because they actually address both issues with regards to their left back and right back, and obviously went out and got the best 10 in the world. We have to try and keep up with them, and we need to get a right back.
I just can't help himself.
What? I didn't say that was actually balanced.
You don't think Vert is the best 10 in the world? Stop it, yo. You don't think that. No, Lex, dude, no. Are
they not talking about Verts as being best 10?
No. Turkey's the best 10 in the world.
No, hold on.
No, they are. Do you think he's
I'm not doing this. Are the media darlings? Have they not referred to the media darlings and
the
them
media
signing
darlings
the best
have done that? I'm asking your opinion.
Okay, so that's all I'm saying.
That's all I'm saying. You have to make that clear. Do you think he's the best 10 in the world? No.
It doesn't matter what I think.
No, of course it matters. That's why you're here.
It doesn't matter.
Yes.
It doesn't matter what I think. It doesn't matter what I think. It matters on what Lex thinks. It matters on what.
There we go. We know he don't think he's the best 10 in the world. Carry on as you were.
Jez, do you think he's the best 10?
Wait, so who? I just came back, man.
Florian Wirtz.
What's been the best 10 in the world? What are actually the 10s again? I'll be honest, I don't know.
He's on the short list at the very least. He's on the short list.
Yeah, he's on the short. That's a whole different. Being on the short list and being the best is different.
Okay, so they won the league and they strengthened by signing one of the best in the world. Okay, all right.
There we go. Yeah, one of the best in the world and the best in the world again is two.
The best in the world. He could prove that he is the best in the world this season. I don't think he is.
Wait, TJ, am I talking crazy? Have they not referred to Wirtz as the best 10 available on the market?
Yeah, yes. But that doesn't mean he's the best in the world.
That's something different. Being the best 10 available on the market is something different from being the best 10.
They signed the best 10.
They
signed the best 10 in the world that was available in the market. So
yes, I don't think anyone did disagree.
That's fair, but you added an entire new sentence to your point.
Yeah,
that's the issue.
I should have added the best.
The best 10 in the world is KDB.
Wait, what?
Come on. KDB.
You still think he's the best 10 in the world?
He's played 10.
Nah, Pepe's not a 10. No, he's not a
I
10.
pass him more as an 8. Big up Chinby.
He's
Big
a-
up
he's a eight,
Casually
he's
for the
a-
raid as well, man. Shout out my guy Marshall for the
Yo,
raid.
big up
Make sure
Marshall.
you subscribe to Casually FC. I know Marshall
Club
might
World
be
Cup is
devastated.
a
He
Club
might be
World
Yeah.
Cup is an
devastated.
invitational tournament.
Yeah, he might be
Veteran
devastated about losing by the way.
Bruno on them, man.
Actually, I'm not even. Wait, he's probably tried to gaslight me. Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
he does
man.
rate.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, he's tried to gaslight me. I
Yeah,
think,
man. We
about-
can run the
Wait,
Bruno.
what?
Hey, how dare you? How dare you
know.
talk about Bruno like that? He's the best player on one of the worst teams in the
Did
Prem.
you rate Bruno? That's what Lex is asking. I can't remember.
He's good for United. Bruno's good for United.
There we go. That's what he says. He's good for United. Yeah, that's
Everything. You see, man, tell it. You see?
Yeah,
I
man.
mean, statistically, he is one of your best players, but you also finised 15th. So
It's hard to judge
roll
players
the
at
clip.
United.
Roll the clip. Roll the clip.
like that clip when me, Lex, and Kaneki and everyone was talking about that Bruno clip is. I was watching it just before. Actually, it's beautiful.
Which
about
Bruno
Bruno
clip?
being the Bruno being the savior. Yeah,
The savior.
And Javon said how he a
And you're
savior. You'll never
drowned.
get
Yeah,
saved.
Mr. That. Mr.
yeah,
That. Yeah. A life jacket. Oh, you wear a life jacket and you're still drowned.
I say all the
Messi.
time. I say all the time.
Best player on the team that finished 15th. Wow, amazing. So
The
it's
reason-
James Madison and Ona Custom. So why the hell everybody has suck off Bruno?
Exactly my point. Because people say, "Oh, he's one of your best players." That in there lies the problem.
Rubbish,
That's
man.
why we are the way we are.
If Bruno is the boy, yeah, exactly. Bruno
he's
is one
your
of your
bar,
best players.
guess
You
what?
got
Your-
problems, blood.
major problems. If he is your bar, the bar is in hell, people. Just letting you lot know now.
Wait,
And
hold
it's
on,
rolling
hold
down.
on.
It's rolling down the ramp in hell as well, man. It's
Okay,
just finding
okay.
new levels of low and just rolling. Just
See-
rolling and rolling and rolling.
Well, you're gonna have a
Go on.
problem with it.
Go on.
You're gonna have a
Go on.
problem
What's
with
your problem with it? Go on. What's your
it
problem?
because if he's performing as one of your better players, and you have other players at that club that you rate higher, then you need to be questioning those players that aren't showing their levels.
All right, here's the thing is, I don't think he's I don't think he's our best player, no.
No, but if he's okay, but if he's playing,
I don't know. I think our better players did perform to a higher level. The problem that our better players are defensive. And the manager didn't
that's
play
the
our
problem.
better offensive players.
so he's
Mano, who's a better attacker than him. He
Vito.
don't play. Xerxes,
Vito.
before you go.
one sec, Lex, one sec.
Xerxes, who's a better attacker than him. He don't play. He chose to play the attackers that are worse than Bruno.
Okay, the manager
plays
wasn't
Mount.
playing the better attacking.
Wait,
player.
what
He don't
you
play
think
Mano, he
about?
don't play Xerxes.
What you think about Amarim Vito?
Oh my God.
He gets a bad rap. That's what you say.
Wait,
Hey, before
what
you
do I-
answer that, hey TJ, shout out your
Yeah,
channel.
yeah,
Everyone
I got-
coming up. All good family.
Yeah, I got a jet, but
You gotta go, TJ?
I'll definitely listen back at 2 hours and 30 minutes to Vader's answer to this question. TJ Warren TV, home of American Idiots and American Waffle. Come by American Waffle Tuesday nights. You can catch me in this absolute gaslighter below me, Vader, every Tuesday, 1 a.m. UK time, 8 p.m. Eastern time. But big up, guys. Big up the chat. Smash a like. We'll see you later. Thank you for having me. Follow us.
You said American Waffles Tuesday nights, right?
Tuesday morning, Monday night in
Tuesday morning.
in America.
American Waffle.
Okay.
Yeah, TJ, did you ever talk about the Kepa raising Liverpool's level? Did you ever talk about that?
Well, he doesn't play for Liverpool. He plays for Arsenal.
Sorry, Arsenal.
But no, he will not. He'll start 3 games, and we paid him $5 million. We paid $5 million for him.
Yeah, I don't
right,
even know.
anyway.
Why you waste the time to answer this question?
TJ,
No,
I don't know. I'm out of here.
The club posted it.
TJ Warren TV. Go on, Vail. He asked you a question before. We are going to close out shortly. He asked.
What were you talking about?
That said,
Oh, Amarin.
Yeah.
I've talked about Amarin many times with Waller, and what Flawless pointed out was obviously him, Amarin, had the choices to make himself. He could have said, you know what, I'm not joining United mid-season. He could have said, I wanted to come next year like he suggested, but the club obviously said, you're coming now, you're not coming, right? So he did all this to himself. I don't hold that against him like some United fans obviously do, but I think he was highly sought after for a reason prior to getting to United, and I don't think he did himself any favors. I'm truly judging him this season. I'm not judging him based off of last year. So I think he's a good manager, but I'm going to judge him off this upcoming season.
And to the United fans in the chat, I don't know if you lot see it. Was it Ornstein who dropped it? I think it was Ornstein. Yeah, it was in the Athletic saying that United. I was out. I actually laughed out loud when I seen the article and read it, and it says Manchester United. Paraphrasing there, so people go double check as well, because I was too busy laughing as I was reading the article and reading the headline that United are looking for a new head of senior recruitment. So this is what the report came out.
A new head? Who was the old head?
I have no idea. Your guess is as good as mine. I have zero idea. I have zero idea. So there it is. Manchester United to appoint head of senior recruitment. Appreciate you, Jez. Manchester United working with consultants, Sportsology on key hire to revamp department, plus reports into director of recruitment Christopher Vivell. New regional heads of emerging talent also being hired. And again, that's from at the Athletic. Ornstein posted that. So yeah, man, we are hiring in the middle of the transfer window where you're supposed to be recruiting for players. We're bringing in a senior head of recruitment. Well, surely this should have been done before, before the transfer window started. So he's in place to do it. You know what I'm saying? This is like, I have a restaurant, opening night is tonight, and I don't have a head chef. It kind of screams that to me. You're like, who's running the kitchen? What is going on? Well, eventually, like I said, people gonna open their eyes in regards to this ownership. Same way just sent me a DM about the Kudus deal and how that was problematic because West Ham didn't want to sell to Spurs. Everyone knows they have beef. They don't like each other. Spurs tax. And all Spurs did was offer more upfront, and then the deal got done, and we got the here we go. Again, people, like I said, it's like you own a restaurant, it's opening night, and you do not have a head chef. How are we the 10th of July, 9th of July, and we're bringing in a head of a senior head of recruitment, not a co-head of recruitment, not someone who's underneath senior position head of recruitment. I don't know where that falls in the pyramid, but it just further shows just that incompetence. Because how do you not have that in order?
I think the senior head of recruitment is the guy basically just underneath the director of football. Guys who like you have a team of recruitment teams, but then you have the guy who's like overlooking them guys and seeing what they do. He's that. Yeah. And
so hold on, I'm just get Vivell, right?
Vivell came in a few months back. Vivell's been in for a minute.
Yeah, I think in January. I think.
Then probably just forward and tell them, say, yo, we need a brother like this, you know that.
And I'm all for that.
And them just
the problem is
if
that
this would have been done, and this should have been done. If this was done March, April, I go first. Why are we in the middle?
But flawless, them a do a yardman thing, bro. Them just a work as them go along. Like as a yardman, let me tell you this. You see, if me want to set up a chicken shop, the first thing I do, I get the chicken. And then move as we go along. All right, we get the chicken, we fry the chicken. All right, what we need to do? All right, put some rice with the chicken.
Yeah.
All right, maybe we need to make some gravy. All right, make the gravy. All right, what else we need? All right, people are coming my yard now. Everybody know me live. All right, make we go get a shop out the road and them come this. You get me? Progressive. Yeah. Know yourself, Flawless.
I'm not worried, and I'm all for that. If
I'm a big fast food chain and we're rich.
And I'm with that. And if it was one of my uncles who live in yard now, my aunt doing that, I'm fully on board with them doing that. My aunt's over there now. She might be doing that. That's calm. You know what I'm saying? If my aunt rings me or messages me and says, I'm doing this and I'm setting up the chicken shop, and she's doing it as she goes along, cool. No issues whatsoever. This is not the way you should be running Manchester United Football Club. I ain't worried because I already know what these people are. I'm just seeing all of these decisions and all these things as they go. Eventually, everyone gonna open their eyes and go, they're not for it. The fact that we are employing a head of senior recruitment in the 9th of July, knowing what was required and what was needed to be done beforehand, it's just downright hilarious. It's just funny. Like, I literally was out, looked at it, and started laughing. I was like, yo, these men have got no shame whatsoever to even keep the appointment quiet. Yo, what do you mean? Head of senior recruitment on the 9th of July. And people told best in class. These are words they used. These are words, to Vader's point, they was called by our fan base as well. But these are words they used as well. Oh, best in class. And we want what's best for Manchester United football. Yeah. Sure. All right, okay. Senior head of recruitment halfway throughout, you know. Halfway throughout, you opened up a barber shop and got no barbers. Like, all right.
Oh, see, man, that's
No
my
barbers,
thing
you
though.
know.
Like,
Like, all right, okay. Yeah.
but that's my thing though. Like, bro, like, so you tell me like they're just trying to wing, they're winging it right now to
Winging
the
it,
end.
yo. You know what I'm
The
saying?
man them been winging it, brother.
Been winging
That's
it.
the best-
tell-
that's-
it tell- It
No,
tell.
because the thing is, because
You
the thing
can
is,
tell.
it's
All right,
funny,
first things
it's funny.
first.
All right, go ahead.
First things first. Is the other day my driver message to myself say, yo, why is it the only way you make certain decisions? So for instance, you can say, all right, the recruitment was decent, then bring in some decent players. Problem is you brought in the decent players, but you never had the vision to employ a coach who could use the players that you got and get the best attributes out of them. You then brought up, so for instance, you buy all of the ingredients for make fried chicken, and then you went to KFC and bought KFC.
Yeah.
You get what I say?
Yeah, I hear you.
You get what I say? So you got it, the KFC don't make. So you go for Amarim. What does Amarim need? Ready made for his system. But you never bought ready made for his system. You just bought some ballers from. So what did you need? A pragmatic coach.
And we had one in Rude who was there as interim.
You just needed someone who wanted to play a 4-4-2, 4-2-3-1, and just say, yo, man, them, play football. Casemiro, I don't need to tell you what to do.
Yeah, literally, that's all Rude did was put Casemiro next to Agate in midfield.
And then Casemiro, and then the next time Casemiro talk, yeah, man, me and Ugarte work. Yeah. Why? Because the man them know football.
Both South American. We have no problem with communication.
Yeah, all of them new people. Why you think Josie and them man did tell everybody what to do? Hell no. Why you think Josie want experienced players? Cause you not to tell them man what to do, blood. Mm-hmm. You just put them on the field. Them know what to do. Yeah. So it's like this. It's like, bro, you needed someone who would say, all right, what is Dorgu good at? Like for instance, what is Xerxes good at? What is this guy good at? What is that good at? The man come out in a press conferences that talk about Xerxes need to get in the box more. Xerxes don't play like that, blood. He needs to attack the box. Attack the box. Attack the fucking box. Is this Rude Van Nistelrooy or Xerxes? He doesn't need to do things that he does not know to do. Like, for instance, players have attributes, bro, and they have things that they're good at and they have things that they're bad at. Xerxes is always available for the pullback. You cannot ask him to be a Raheem Sterling. That's not what Xerxes is. You're telling Xerxes, get into the box more, get into the box more. He's literally a creative number 9. Someone who's ideal for a false 9 or the 10. Then what this dickhead does, when he plays Xerxes in the 10, Xerxes has a good game, next game, bench him or put him in the 9.
What?
And then people say, oh, we need to back the manager. I trust in his system. Like you're just lacking brain cells. That's what you do. You're just lacking brain cells.
And on top of this was to further reports as well. So yeah, this is the full thing. So Manchester United are searching, and you're spot on with what you're saying, Lex, are searching for a head of senior recruitment, a new role overseeing senior scouts as part of their overhaul of that department. United will also have regional heads of emerging talent across the main talent pools globally. The appointments are part of the ongoing restructuring and attempted modernization of the scouting network. United plan to retain significant human scouting and analytical capabilities, particularly focused on emerging talent, with strengthened data support following the recruitment of Michael Sassoni as director of data. Where else we saying? You was right, just about the role. The new head of senior recruitment will report into Christopher Vivell, who was appointed as United's permanent director of recruitment in February, following an interim spell in the position after signing a short-term deal last summer. Vivell previously worked as technical director at Chelsea and as executive at Leipzig. The 38-year-old's lead United global recruitment operations, scouting structure, and emerging talent. He reports into Jason Wilcox, who was promoted from technical director to director of football following the departure of Dan Ashworth from that role. So yeah, they've had ample time to deal with this because, like,
you know what me want to know? You know what me want to know? You know what me want to know? When them gonna hire the man when no same need for fire blood clot hammer him. That's what me want to know.
They ain't gonna hire him because that means they have to hire someone with sense.
Because this thing though, that's one thing I want to say though. Like, remember when I think this was like last week when I asked him the stream, bro. I asked him the stream literally a question. I asked him the stream literally a question like I'm trying to imagine here, like what is actually going on, bro? Upstairs.
That's what I said. That's what I said. Arsenal are buying Noni Madueke.
Yeah, because deeper.
This brother almost blood clot relegated. This man have 9 points in the second half of the season from January to May.
He had 15 points. Yeah. He had 3 points.
But this one I'm trying to say deeper, bro. So like now they're only
3 points per month.
Yeah, 3 points per month.
3 points per month. One more you need.
And people wonder why I criticize the manager and the board and the ownership. People look at me like that's what sends me crazy.
You get what I say? The man them do construction. Them a build a building, and then them just hire a bulldozer while them a build a building for knock down each piece every time them put a new floor on. Every time them put a new floor on, the man just knock down the piece. Put a new floor, knock down the piece. Put a new. It's like this.
The most hilarious part about it is the last 3 points in May was the last game of the season against Villa.
Yo, listen, 100%. Listen.
Bro,
listen to this. Listen to this. Take it. Me tell you, if Mason Mount is fit at the start of the season,
he plays.
That brother is starting.
Of course.
And Cunha go be on the bench and the camera just keep on go punt him and then go up on the bench as sulk. And then I tell you.
Yeah. And the fact back to the original point I was making, because these facts and the manager just back to it, it's like everyone knew that recruitment was going to be key from January. So the fact that you're restructuring
remember enough flawless. The first red flags was the fact that them never fire. As them land, them never fire Ten Hag.
Oh yeah. That was second for me. They did a deal with the Glazers, which was first. That was the second.
So first things first. What them do? Them go meet with Thomas Tuchel and never hire Thomas Tuchel.
Facts.
Why? Why? Just hire Tuchel, blood.
Then now they come
Tuchel would do a madness because your squad set up for Tuchel. It's bare fucker not having on the squad. It's perfect for Tuchel.
Oh yeah, Tuchel would have been much better than this. And they, even on top of that as well, it's like the fact that it was only Tuchel and De Zerbi on the list. It's like so you was replacing a manager and only had 2 options behind that.
Never bother replace him.
Spurs. Andrew was like 8th on your list, right? Jesima saying.
So we had Nagelsmann, Enrique.
So them sit down in our room. And decide, Since we not get the manager we want, what's the fix? Okay, let's go to Netherlands and get 2 Dutch managers who are actually first team managers.
By the way, I called it out.
To me. So then you make that decision and still end up fire the blood clot man. And what you do? You bring in Ruben Amorim. Ruben Amorim say, yo, make a wait till the summer. Logic. I want to come in the summer. Oh, we're big shot Manchester United. It's now or never. Oh. I almost get blood clot relegated.
Facts.
And people 42 points.
Yeah, and people wonder why, again, I'm critical of the players, critical of the manager, and critical of the ownership. I feel like I'm going crazy.
But then people like Vita, we sit up there with him. No, because him just say, oh, I'm not gonna judge Amorim on last season. I'm giving him this season. Because you don't have skin in the game, Vita.
But you gotta remember his boy Omar's over here, so you gotta back him. That's why. That's his guy.
No.
Omar Barada's his guy. Same way y'all tell him.
No. Omar Barada's left. He's not my guy. But Lex.
Oh, he's
The
not your
reason
guy.
why, the reason I said I believe Amarin's a good manager. I said I'm not. You don't think he was a good manager prior to coming to United?
Brother, listen to me, Vita. Listen to me, Vita.
Yeah.
You see if a girl was loyal to her boyfriend and then I get with her and she start cheat on me.
No.
Vita.
That's not the example, Lex. If
No,
you know,
it is the example.
If you know she cooks, if you know she cleans, if you know she does the business that she does, and now she's with you, she ain't doing it. That's the difference here. We know Amarin's a good manager. Has he been a good manager at United? No.
I can't say this. I think we know he's a good manager at a certain level.
Brother, Vita. It's the same thing.
That's not the right example.
What you mean extreme? That's the perfect example.
He's a good manager at a certain level.
We've seen
because what the difference? Loyalty, top chick.
No, but it's not a loyalty thing. For whatever reason. So
you, Mr. Bloodclot Amarim, can figure out a way to win the Portuguese league and get first place, but you reach a Manchester United and the 15th.
So this is my thing. And we all hear this. United, they're a behemoth. It's a different animal at United. You got so many more pressures. You got so many more commitments. All that. I don't think he's managed it well coming in mid-season. And so because he came in mid-season, you kind of said it about earlier. It's now or never.
There's a difference between not managing it well and absolutely fucking it.
But listen, this manager.
There's a difference.
The same way you're propping up the fact that Spurs won Europa and they're playing in
and him just you see this. You see what Madu yes. You see what Madu?
He's had
just a discount the trophy where Spurs win, but because it benefit him argument. No,
I didn't discount it.
I'm gonna use it for trying to credit Manchester United. See this guy pissing me off. Blood.
I did not discount it, Lex. I'm pointing out that this manager got them to a final. All right,
you see this.
As messed up as
Amarim
they were,
never get them. Yo, the man them get to a final in spite of Amarim. Brother, the man them did lose 4-2 to Leon, blood. The man them got 2-0 and concede 4 consecutive because of him and him bullshit system. And then Casemiro and them man just say, yo, F it.
Yeah,
individual brilliance did it. Individual
brilliance.
Just like under Ten Hag.
The first time I heard about individual brilliance was Ollie. That's the first time I heard it.
That was individual brilliance as well.
Yeah, and now it's continued on with Ollie, Ten Hag, and now
it has because are they managers? There are 3 managers that are no good.
Stress me out. Which fucking manager with a brain cell starts Rasmus Højlund in a fucking final, blood? Who did that?
Tottenham.
And Xerxes just come back fit. And you start Rasmus Højlund in a final, blood. Who does that? If me did own Manchester United, mother call misfits and set up a boxing fight, blood, because mother have to fight him. How you start Rasmus Højlund in a Europa League final?
Napoli and Inter want this player at their club. But I wanted to point out,
Vita, you know me not like you. Me really not like you, Vita. You know that. Me tell you that straight up.
Listen.
No, fuck this guy. 100%. Big man thing.
Hey, people, I've been going through this. Hey, I'm gonna talk to Lex and talk to Veda. We getting this show popping during the season. We need this.
Out of everything I just said. You know when get out tight? Oh, Napoli and Inter want this player.
I'm just as poor as he is.
Company Gold Peak Entertainment, best of the best. Here the thing is, to your point, Lex, where you mentioned about it was individual birds with them because of the amount of money we spend. It's hard not to have talent. That's why we've won what we've won. This is why we've done. That's why
I made it set here flawless. That even though we know the players them are shit, yeah.
Boom.
Bro. You don't realize the gravity of the fucking situation. 15.
I'm fully aware.
Man, the most 12.
You know what it is, Lex? I'm at the 5th stage of grief. I'm at acceptance already. I already know we're going to go as far as we're going to go with. This is why I've been saying, I've literally said 2 things that is crazy. One, just sign talent. I've not even said, forget the profiles and whether it works. Does Gyökeres fit with Acuna and Bremo from a profile perspective? No, it doesn't. But I've sat here and said, bring him in just so he can't play Højlund, just so he can't play Garnacho. Bring in talented players, even with the midfield with keeping Bruno. Jez has heard me say this many times, as many others. With Bruno there, I know that either in the guy next to him is either our team overall, should I say, is going to be an absolute cone from a defensive standpoint, and we're going to get ran through, or the technical flaw with the technical. If we get someone who's defensively good alongside him, technically we're going to be terrible. So just pick one and just be. We play 3 centre backs, so go get someone who's technically very good and let us just be a cone on defense in the midfield. That's where I'm at with this. I already know what to expect with this team. I already know where's it. Just find talent.
But that's the next thing, bro. The next thing is that it's just so much incompetence going on around the board. Is that it makes it so difficult. It makes it so difficult for actually give them credit when them the good things, because like whatever good, them find some way to mitigate it with some bullshit.
So when people, I think, because I've had people in my chat and they, will not believe this. Even like it happened in the last show, I thought people were being too harsh with their expectations on the manager in the first 5 games, first 10 games. But because you've been so bad, you deserve no defense. You don't deserve any. Why do you deserve grace? Same with the board.
Because flawless is the same. It's the same trend. I even Nordin speaks to it. It's the same trend with Ten Hag. The exact same issues you had with Ten Hag.
Oh, it's a. I've said this. I'm literally in the I'm in the matrix, and it's the same thing in 2025.
So it's a different system. It's a different system, but how it is interpreted, it still vacates the midfield.
Yeah,
and you cannot vacate the midfield in the Premier League.
Yeah, I agree. You know what's crazy?
No, what's worse is you don't have a back 4, you have a back 3. Mm-hmm. And because you're forced to play a back 3, you're then forced to put in more incompetence, because one of those 3 spots has to either be filled by Maguire or Lindelof or Johnny fucking Evans, like it's fucking 2011 blood.
Luke Shaw. Even though 2 of the ones have left, I hear that. And then you put Bruno in the
Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw. To the man them talk. Me the man them talk about Rashford. Over Luke fucking Shaw and Maguire. Are you kidding me? At least this fucker could have scored 30 goals. What the fuck them other 2 ever do?
Yeah, and get them all.
I thought about Rashford ringleader. Ringleader who?
Yeah, I don't
over Luke Shaw and them man.
Yeah, like get rid of them.
The white blood. The man the white.
Get rid of them white. And here's the thing on that as well in regards to it. It's you mentioned about it's the same problems, yeah. The same exact issues and problems I'm talking about now was this exact same conversations I was having in 2024. It's the same shit.
Bro, but that's the thing. Bro, at least Rashford still slim and fit and have abs and then thing that. Luke Shaw fat blood.
Oh yeah. Luke Shaw is
but for some reason, Rashford is the problem. At least him can cut in and shoot.
There are problems. It is, but Vale, I know you got dip. I'm gonna shout you. I always love having you on. There's never a dull show with you around. Entertainment value as well, alongside Gaslighting. You are
I love Veta for get to too much fucker blood. Just sit down and allow him to just talk.
Lex,
you just sit down and watch him talk, and then nobody said nothing because Veta just made a good point. Like him, not just like him. You get what I'm saying?
That's why you're here. To call him out on it.
Veta, you call Veta for be a farmer for harvest a field of corn, but you only get 10% of the corn.
Nah.
I always do. Veta rob you every time him open him mouth. Even if him gonna say something, he must say Flawless I get a shot, Jez I get a shot, me I get a shot.
That's why I always shoot, but that's why I always shoot back. I always shoot back.
And then him do this.
Bait is that bad. I shoot him on credit.
Look at
like £20 credit. You know, like we used to top up phones back in
Yeah.
I shoot him from
prepaid.
Yeah, prepaid, man. He's a prepaid.
Because let me tell you. You see it every word. Even that way him just say every word.
I never shoot first.
Every word.
I
never shoot first. That's real.
But let them know where they can find you, fam, and what you got coming up, all that good stuff, man. Let them know. Vaya Games TV, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a show. Tomorrow's gonna be hectic. I want to try to get a show in by Friday, at the very least. But my next show, please subscribe if you haven't already. I'm gonna make sure I post this thumbnail so y'all can get the notifications.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Beta Games.
But I gotta talk about this. I gotta talk about this league now that the Club World Cup is probably gonna wrap up by Sunday. Our players are back to having a summer off, and they're gonna be back in training. But I gotta talk about this, and I gotta emphasize it's gonna be one question, 15 minutes. I'm gonna interact with the audience, but I gotta talk about why City they're in for the fight of their lives for this title, man. It's gonna be Liverpool, it's gonna be Arsenal, it's gonna be Chelsea, especially with what I'm seeing Chelsea in this Club World
Liverpool,
Cup.
Arsenal, and Chelsea. Boy. Continue, Berta. Continue, Berta.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a battle this season, and we gotta fix up.
Him not think that, you know.
I do think that.
Veta, don't lie to us. For once in your life, just speak the truth. Arsenal and Chelsea.
Yeah.
Same lad. You know what's crazy? We gonna do predictions anyway, so it's all good. Go on, Veta. Carry on.
Brother, Veta doesn't land, he crashes the plane, blood.
Let him crash and burn. Then why you trying to save him? Let him crash and burn.
I'm not trying to save him, me in the plane.
What?
Yo, why you getting the plane, man? I ain't getting no plane with Veta. Oh, you know what I'm saying? That's your fault.
No, trust me. Smooth flight.
I ain't getting the plane with this guy, yo.
I get you there on time. As the pilot, I crack jokes. You guys will be well entertained.
Nah, I'm good, man. I'll walk. You know what I'm saying?
That's disrespectful.
I'll swim and can't swim.
Walk.
You know what I'm saying? I'll swim and I can't swim. You know what I'm saying?
Tune in. Hey, bless the channel if you can. Subscribers, always appreciate it. And yeah, my next show is going to be talking about this upcoming league. I know Lex is going to play it cool. He's, obviously he's mad confident with this upcoming season, but he's going to play it cool. Arsenal.
Yo, listen.
No. Hold on. Lex is gonna play it cool with this upcoming season.
You don't need to talk to me.
This guy's got to step all over this. He's got to step all over this.
You call my name. This is your time to shine.
I was trying to shine and you interrupted me for it. So now you
don't call my name.
Get called out. No,
don't call my name.
I'm like Denzel. Equalizer. You spoke first. Now I'm speaking next. Now I need to talk. I need to talk about this upcoming season. I need to talk about the Liverpool fans. I won't name any names, but I need to talk about the Liverpool fans that are feeling really comfortable, right? They just had some great signings. They secured the best talent in the Prem at center back and at right wing, right? So when they have that, they're going for a back-to-back. This is going to be fierce. And I got Arsenal. Obviously, they can't go another season finishing second. They can't. And Chelsea, with the confidence that they're gaining in this Club World Cup, and they continue to strengthen, and they were just 3 points behind me last season. It's going to be a tough fight. And I got to speak on what we got to fix up because our defense and midfield still don't look right. So tune in for the next show.
Make sure you check that out. Yo, Vale, you normally, obviously I chat to you. You normally available on Wednesdays, like around these times. Well, when we started, obviously it's 3 hours.
No, you know why it worked out? I got a bly because wifey's busy. Kids, which I'm gonna race to do prayers, so it just happened to work out. But normally, Monday, Tuesdays.
Hey, chat, you lot in agreement with me with this? Like, Vaya or Lex, we gotta see like 110%. I'm pirating the show. I'm gonna talk to both of you, man. 100%. You know what's crazy? I already got the name for the show in my head already.
I don't think my agent's not gonna allow that. My agent's
we'll figure it out, man. I chat to you. You know what I'm saying? This is
yeah, because you can't keep up no fuckery.
my agent won't allow it.
You will keep with 2 shows. You might have obviously Yard and the United City show. It's like Yo, this is the second time you might have been on. And yo, this shit is too entertaining, man. It's too fun. Like the chat's little. Chat, am I lying, yo? You lot that enjoy like, yo, Vader and Lex together on the show. It's just, yo, it's just hilarious. Entertaining as shit. That's what it is.
You know what? I gotta catch.
I'm just here
I
so I
gotta-
won't get fired, man.
Go on,
That
Vader.
said he's over
Go
here.
on.
So you know, if anything, I'm gonna have my agent do the negotiations.
Yeah,
but
we go chat.
I know the show won't happen until after Lex has had his meal, though. Until he's had his meal, he's all nice and calm. He's got that soul food in him. I don't think we do a show prior. I don't think we do a show
New
prior.
season. We won't do it during the pre new season. But like I said, I've already got the idea and name in mind already. I'm gonna say I came up with that during the show. I was like, all right, cool.
Man, you just start ignoring big man thing.
Yo, but before I go, Lex, how you feeling for this upcoming season?
Yo, you know something good.
Yo, bless. I'll catch you guys.
Hey, Vader, look, you lot, please subscribe to Vader Games TV. It's that side. Subscribe to my G Vader, man. That's my done right there. Make sure you subscribe to Vader Games TV. Links underneath in the description. It's on the featured channel page, or you just go to YouTube, type in Vader Games TV, and his channel will pop up. Same with TJ as well, TJ Warren TV. Hey, these crossovers are always mad fun, man. Like Jess says, what is it? What in the multiverse, man? You know what I'm saying? The only multiverse we behind is Marvel people. Outside of that, man, we the second best. So I hope you lot of them definitely gonna do more of these crossovers as well. Because you got Arsenal, you got the Yardman show, you got Spurs, you know what I'm saying, you got City, of course, United. So yeah, man, I hope you lot enjoy it, and definitely more crossovers I will do in the upcoming season as well. But continue to run up the likes, hit the subscribe button as well. Big up to everyone who joined over on the playback. I wasn't there today for the PSG Real Madrid game because I was out, but shout out to Sheik and the rest of the gang that held it down there. I don't know. Jez, was you over there? Did you join over?
Only for a little bit. I had to look up my niece.
That's all good. So Jez was over there for a little bit. I'm sure a few of the others would. I don't know who else was on stage, but I know there would have been a few others as well, people. So yeah, make sure you go follow the Sarcasm City TV playback, people, where the final will be. You'll also get the boxing content, UFC, once the Premier League's back, Premier League, Champions League, Europa League, NBA, all that content over on the playback, www.playback.tv/Sarcasm City TV. That's www.playback.tv/Sarcasm City TV, or just download the playback app, people. Just download the playback app. That's all I need you lot to do. That is legit it. And also, don't forget, this show, all the other shows on the channel are available on audio-only platforms, Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud. Type in Sarcasm. Wherever you listen to music, there's a podcast section. All the shows on the YouTube channel will be there. But yeah, big up to Canal says, big up, lit show with the fire emoji. Big up African Cat says it was entertaining. Bajan Pops, he was entertained. United U says, let's traffic controller. You're not clear to land. Shout out to Vader, man, every single time. I said he crashes the helicopter. Big up to you lot, man, as well. Let me see who's live before we do close out. We're back tomorrow. Just gaming content, people. Literally, it will just be gaming content tomorrow, people. All right, 1 second. Let's see. Is it just Gunner that's live, yeah? All right, I'm going to send you lot over to Gunner if it's just Gunner that's live. Shout out to Gunner. I don't know who's he cooking today. Because Gunner's always on someone's case. Shout out to Gunner, though. What's this? Top Gunners are so negative. In Madueke, we trust. Yeah, I knew he was trolling. Man went live at 10:40, you know. He's still live now. Mad thing. So, yeah, people, we're going to close out. For Sarcasm City TV raid in Gunner's chat, people. But run up the likes and hit the subscribe button here as well before we close out as well. Yeah, we went past 15,220. So, big up to you lot, man. Big up to you lot every single time. Hey, Pups, you already know, man. It's done, no. Flawless collab was fire. We're going to make it happen. So, big up. Love to everyone that has locked in. This has been mad crossover in the SCCU, man, the Sarcasm City Cinematic Universe. And this has been a great show. Love to everyone that's locked in. Sarcasm City TV raid and Gunner's chat. Big up. Salute.